Okay, there we go. We are live. It is the last party of the weekend. This is 10 Drink Minimum. I'm your host, Chris Burnett. Little technical there. I just didn't push the right button. We are sponsored by the Topo Chico Seltzer. Smiley is here.
I am indeed.
Get Smiley's camera right so he looks like the devil.
I am the devil.
Because you want him to look like the fucking devil every fucking time, you know? How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I've
There
had
we
a
go.
very, very fun week.
Well, we'll have to hear about that maybe in the second hour. But before we get to that,
All right.
we have special guests this week. Duke City Warrior says hello. We'll say hello back right away.
Hello.
They have an album release this Friday at the Launchpad.
Ooh.
So you should get out there. We have with us today Carrie and Mo from the Talking Hour.
Yay.
Hello.
Yay, welcome. How are you guys?
Good, good.
Doing very well, Chris.
Yeah.
Thank
Welcome
you.
back.
Thank you. Oh,
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Of course. You almost broke my heart yesterday, Mo.
Why?
My heart was almost broken.
Why?
What did he do, Chris?
Because he was messaging, and he was, because I did a piss poor job this week of getting things. Brody, quit of getting things ready. You might have to put that ball away somewhere.
Oh no! I just
Brody wants
just
to
saw
play.
that.
Yeah, but I did a piss poor job of promoting, and Mo's like, "Hey, are we on the show?" And I was like, "Yes." And then I was like, "Don't you love me?" And he said, "No."
I
And-
never. I don't think
You
I
said that to Chris?
My heart.
I don't think that's probably not true.
Let me see.
You can't
Let's-
say that
hold
to
on.
Chris,
Pull it
man.
up.
And I literally looked at it and I went,
I don't think that's true.
"Let's see. Let's see. Let's pull it up."
Let's pull
I
up the
have some
message.
doubts, Chris. I have some doubts.
Oh, and
I know he loves you.
I said, "Unless you hate me," and he said, "Well," and he did this. And I went, "No." He didn't say no. He said, "Well,"
He thought about it.
I thought
but he
about
thought
it.
about it.
and that was enough for me to cry about.
And then I emojied you a heart
You did.
or a kiss or something.
I was literally out at Abiquiu, and I was like, "Mo doesn't love me," and my heart skipped a beat. I was like, "I don't know if I could go on if Mo didn't love me."
Chris is like, fuck. that
Chris, I
guy.
feel that.
I
That's
bet you
important to existence, yes.
did. It is. It is.
Yeah.
We
is.
hold on. We brought you a record.
Oh, what?
What?
Oh shit! These aren't even out yet. This is brand spanking new.
Brand spanking new.
What? Let me see this. Trans. Okay, sorry.
There we go.
So he just handed me the Talking Hours Transmissions to Missy record.
And Smiley, CD or vinyl for you, sir?
It
Look
is-
at
it is- I am a CD man.
CD. That's
have-
what I thought.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at this. This is
Thank you so
fantastic.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Thanks for
9
having us.
songs.
9 songs.
Oh, you have Kristen Rad on the record.
Yes,
Kristen
we do.
Rad and keep reading there a little bit.
Let's see.
Up towards the top, towards the end.
Oh,
No.
my Lanta. What?
I think I know that guy.
Track number 8, The Parade, featuring one Marty Crandall from the Shins. Wow.
Yeah,
Dang.
and that's a funny story.
And you guys can get these Friday, right? At the Launchpad?
Oh,
when,
yeah.
When you go out to the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they are available for pre-order now. We started pre-order this last weekend.
Is there, like, when I open it up, is there going to be, like, special, like, is the record a special color? Is it?
No, we do black. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be higher quality when you do black vinyl.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a higher audio quality,
Mm.
and it's typically a little more expensive than doing colored or
I
splattered
don't,
vinyl.
and
but-
that blows my mind that the black, but I didn't realize that the black was higher quality.
Well, that
and
would make
the
more sense.
splattered is usually you usually get a good deal on the swirly color
Yeah.
because it's usually leftovers.
Right.
Yeah. So
And those are always
usually-
the ones I love. They're like,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, whoa, that's cool.
Those
Yeah,
are the ones that
you and me
Chris
both.
loves.
Yeah.
He's all, yes, look at the splatter one.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank
yeah,
you.
and then
Thank you.
and then when you get into picture discs, the ones with graphics on them, those are
Yeah.
the worst quality but the most expensive.
Oh, I have a David Bowie one.
Oh, so do
As
I.
you should.
It's probably the same one. Yeah.
I have a David Bowie Trent Reznor live from their concert in the 90s picture disc.
Oh, what?
Yes.
Dude, it's cool.
That is
really
pretty
cool.
cool.
Amazing find at the Pussifer
I
shop.
I have
It's an amazing jacket for that concert.
Ooh.
I have the.
Smiley. Okay.
What, have
Upped
you
it.
seen
You just
that?
upped it.
Yeah. Will you throw this? You can put this inside. The dog's gonna sit here and cry if we don't put
Sorry,
that ball away.
Brody.
Poor
We
Brody.
love Brody.
So I have the 20th anniversary edition blue version of O Inverted World, the special edition,
Yeah.
and it's the album is like it's the color of the album cover. It's like a light blue.
Which is so cool.
Then I have the 20th anniversary special edition of Shoots Too Narrow, and it's yellow.
Also cool.
The cover and the album, and like you ever see the one like I think they did like a Friday the 13th soundtrack. How did she get another ball?
She has another one?
Yeah. Right
Yes,
there.
it's right there. Like the dog has like balls in her
Brody,
pocket.
you're
and she's like-
magic.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, she's so cute.
but
Little
like,
Sunday magic. That's cool.
but there's like a Friday the 13th one or some horror movie like soundtrack one, and it's a clear album, but it has like I guess it's hollow and it has like fake blood in it.
Oh wow,
I was like, what in the hell is that? That's pretty cool.
that's so cool.
See, that's awesome, Chris. I also didn't know
Yeah.
that just black vinyl had higher quality till
Well,
we printed these.
Mo knows.
So I was pretty excited about colors.
Yeah.
I was like, what should we do? We should do
Right.
something exciting.
So if you look down again, Smiley, you'll see another ball that has appeared out of nowhere.
She's testing you.
She somehow got the other ball. I don't know. Thank you though. Sorry. Yeah. this is what happens. So Friday night is the big launch of the album at Launchpad. Who's all playing with you guys?
So sorry. Gilead Rises.
Oh.
We are co-headlining with them.
Okay.
Because they are releasing their last album on vinyl.
It is
Oh.
a vinyl night.
Yeah,
It is
so
a vinyl
they-
release
They
party.
are putting out their
See,
vinyl
Craig,
that
Craig
night
won't
too.
Craig won't give me a vinyl. I have to like I have to like break into his like his Mini Cooper, and get it out. He's all, oi, someone broke into my Mini Cooper.
Took my vinyl.
Yeah,
You know, I don't know. I respect that. I respect that, Craig.
I'm just messing with it.
Lumo Dinero
Yeah.
and a Shoulder Voices.
Oh, so it's a stacked lineup for Friday.
Little Bobby.
And it's weird because like a lot of downtown's been kind of a younger scene as of late, and so to see like some of the bands that have been around for a while, not only releasing new music, but like having a full lineup on a Friday night, I'm excited.
Awesome.
Little Bobby Tucker says,
Chris.
"Oh yeah, rock and roll will never die,
Never.
Ooh,
just multiply."
there's Bobby. He's
So-
ready for it.
Bobby's ready. Bobby's
always ready
Bobby's
for
a
it.
rock star. Bobby's
know it.
always
Oh,
ready.
yeah. Love you, Bobby.
Bobby's at the
I'm
grocery
excited for
store.
this.
He's at the grocery store, and if he's like in the aisle looking at milk, and someone hands him like a microphone, he would just start rocking to the music. That's just little Bobby, right?
Well, 1000%.
Yeah.
I just realized I actually have a CD player in my car. I was like, I could listen to this on my way home.
Awesome.
I'm excited, man. And
Right
it's
on,
pretty
Smiley.
cool because like there's been Gilead Rise is putting an album out on Vital. You guys, Youngsville, Brody. There's not another ball anywhere. She's looking for another ball, and it just seems like a really great time to have in Albuquerque music right now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, good stuff coming out. I love that Youngsville album. That's a
Yeah, it's
album.
great.
Yeah.
And and I went to like their music video release party that they did, which is still like they were kind of one of the first bands doing that around here. Them and like Red Light, and now it's kind of just the norm. Like a lot of the younger bands are putting out like these artistic music videos. Like Willa J did one, and so it's kind of neat to that's like a thing that everybody's still kind of
I'm glad people still do that.
yeah.
I mean, because I remember Monster Paws did like four for their album,
That's right.
and then that was just basically just trying to one up other people because they were like, oh, we do like one music video for
Right.
our album, and they're like, we're gonna do four.
Yeah. Do you guys do you guys have like any kind of a tour lined up for the record, or is it just you're gonna put the record out there and see what it does?
No, we're just gonna throw it out there into the universe and go with it.
Really? Okay.
And yeah, we do our weekend warrior stuff where we go out of
Yeah.
town and stuff like that. But no,
Are you guys like submitting it to like Pitchfork and other sites like that?
no,
The 10 Drink Minimum podcast.
just to you, Chris.
Just you, Chris.
Nice.
No, we will promote it as it comes out.
How does that work? How do like people get their like record to like get reviewed like that?
You send it out to different zines.
Oh, okay.
We have, Joe Stringer, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he is going to actually be releasing the premiere of the first tune tomorrow.
I
He is
see.
the first to hear.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it'll be the first song out. We didn't do singles or anything like that.
No.
We just did. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the like. You put an album out and then half of it comes out in singles before you get the
Oh,
album.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I like just throwing an album out. We did the single thing one time, and then I was like, why did we do that? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I just like putting that.
I
I'm
think the
old
single
school.
thing is the thing these days.
It
but
is.
Yeah.
I
It
don't-
is.
I know for me, as a fan of music that I listen to, like you get a single, it's like, oh, that's super exciting, but I just want the album, man. I'd rather just wait.
Yeah, I'm just
Right.
a fan of just the album. Like, here's the album. It's one piece of work,
Right.
and here you go, and check it out.
And then
see
I
what
buy
you
it, and I'm like, "There's only 2 good songs."
Let us have it, Chris.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
think. What a waste of money.
No, we want you on.
I was
we want
at.
you on his
I
feedback.
waited in line outside of the Hastings Music Books and Tape
Oh, R.I.P. Hastings. Oh,
for
can we talk about
45
that?
minutes, and this record only has 2 good songs. That was the good old days, right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
I was outside of the Sam Goody at the mall.
Your only good song was a cup.
Oh shit! Isn't that the
worst.
worst? Yeah, when a band like you're like, the only good song is the cover, man.
No.
It's a good one. Or they do a cover and you're like, oh wow, I like this cover. I'll check out the rest of the album, and that's yeah, and you're just like, all right, that's yeah, all right.
No, but you'd wait. You'd wait for release day. You'd go to
Yeah.
Hastings. You'd go in. You'd buy it. You'd get in your car. You'd open it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You'd read the whole booklet. Like
Oh, yeah. And
that's
you
the
don't,
best.
What
before you left the parking lot, you
Yeah.
pop it in.
Oh
the
no!
CD
And you'd
player.
open the booklet.
Here-
You'd smell it.
were you
Smells
ever
so good.
were you
I'm
disappointed?
I'm right on that.
Were you disappointed though
Look at Smiley. He's ready.
when you took out the liner notes and it didn't have the lyrics?
Yes,
I
always
was
like the
I
lyrics.
always like getting the lyrics.
Yeah, I like the
okay,
lyrics too.
Yeah.
We-
I didn't first read.
We
That
did
wasn't
the
my first
lyrics
section.
on the vinyl, but we didn't do the lyrics on the CD.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah,
I'm noticing that.
yeah, but we
Smiley will be singing
The
songs.
instant disappointment.
I'm kidding. This is fantastic.
but we did do the little because it is a concept album. It's
Oh.
a story.
Okay.
So the CD does have the story for each track. It
Oh.
does as it goes.
Transmissions to Missy, huh?
Yeah.
Who is this Missy?
Missy is the dog that
Oh,
Carrie's brother's dog that was abducted by
Aw.
aliens.
okay.
And Charlie at the bottom left there is our dog who has been transmitting messages to her over the last,
Oh.
7, 8 years now.
Oh, let me turn the camera on me. Like what he's talking about. You can see the dogs.
Yeah, and the songs
This is
go up in
Charlie.
order towards Missy.
Missy.
Oh, that's why they're okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it goes up in order towards Missy, and it's just the story she's
And
telling.
see, and I'll be like in 10 years, I'll be like, you probably don't even know what this record's about. I bet you don't. You probably think Missy is like a girlfriend or a wife, don't you? I'll just be like super snarky.
That's how you're going to be in 10 years. That's
Yeah.
the voice you're going to adopt.
course,
in
of course.
10 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
I bet you think that it's about a girl.
Yeah, it's a France.
Oh yeah. So did you see the thing that's kind of making the rounds about the Beastie Boys, where they had one of their gold records or platinum record, whatever, and they were looking at it, and he was like, "Wait a minute, that label's different than the label that's on the record." So they cracked it open, pulled it out, and played it, and it wasn't even their record. It was like some dude playing like the trumpet.
What?
Yeah,
In the gold record.
right.
Okay.
They destroyed their gold record just to see if it was really their record that was
Right.
on there.
And it was not.
No.
Oh,
I
my
was like,
God,
that's kind of
crazy.
weird.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's really weird.
Little Bobby Tucker says all the best albums are concept albums. But, when this record goes gold, will you make sure that they use the actual like record? Or
I will demand, and we will check on this one. We haven't checked on the others, but this one will check.
Well, someone was talking to Marty about it, and he looked, and he was looking at the grooves, and he's like, "Oh wow, the grooves are different." So it's probably not even the
I
right
wonder.
record.
I
What
wonder.
if
If,
everyone gets the exact same record?
Right.
oh yeah.
All the gold records are the same trumpet solo.
They're just like they're just like Like, we sure got a shitload of those old trumpet demos. What do we do with them? When people get to, was it 500,000, just paint them and say that's a fucking award. That would be awesome if that was like the real story. Like, they just had a shitload of like some record laying around and they're like, fuck, what do we do with
Just
this?
paint it,
Paint it gold.
slap a sticker on it. and let's
Right.
go.
Just tell people it's their award for selling 500,000. Did you know there's a wood?
Yeah.
Like 100,000, there's a wood.
I think I might have learned that from
Marty's
from
got
you.
well,
I did not know that.
Marty's got it. Because
Yeah,
they
no,
sold
I did.
100,000.
I
and
did.
Yeah, he does. Go, Marty.
Well, and they didn't think they were going to sell it. Like the record label was like, well, you guys did pretty good. You sold 100,000. And then, that movie came out. Changed the world.
Yeah, in fact, I learned that from you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard you talking about that.
Well, he showed it to me one day, and I was like, what? That's fucking cool. I mean, because, you never hear about that one.
Nobody knows about that.
Right. Is there
I'd never
is there
heard
a
about
paper one? That would be pretty cool. So I went to a big music festival this weekend. Like, not like Coachella or Bonnaroo, but kind of like that. Do you guys ever play stuff like that?
We've played festivals. Let's see. We've played Fest in the Nest. We've played both Monolith
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
Mesas.
Yeah.
Pull that a little closer to you if you can.
Let's see. We've done Fest in the Nest.
I saw you
the
guys at Monolith.
Monoliths.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we hung out at Monolith.
Yeah.
At the last one, and we played the first one too.
Right. How do you feel about those? Like when you play them?
Oh, I think they're
They're
just great
awesome.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just like
From-
awesome
yeah,
fun.
from a
and
band perspective. Fantastic.
yeah, and you get to hang out with all that. Especially Fest in the Nest was really cool.
Where's that one?
That one was
Eagle Nest or what?
Eagle Nest, yeah, just right there with
Yeah,
Red
right-
River.
right outside of
Eagle
Red
Nest.
River.
Yeah.
Because we're starting to like I guess New Mexico, we're catching up to people, so we're starting to get these like festivals, and like Monolith and all that. They're not very they're not very expensive. But I went to the Blossoms and Bones, in
What's that?
in
Do tell.
Abiquiu, and it's on the Georgia O'Keeffe Ranch, the Ghost Ranch, and one of the most beautiful venues I've ever seen in my entire life.
That's awesome.
It's
That's a big deal.
so when you get there, her ranch is down, like you're up near Abiquiu, New Mexico, and there's all these big rock mountain formations, right? So her ranch is in there's like a horseshoe of like rock formations, and her ranch is right in the middle of it. So you camp, and then you can walk to the venue, and they have the stage set up. So while you're watching a band, if it's like still light outside, if you look, then like you look down into this big valley that is just fucking beautiful, and the sun is like setting in the valley. Just an absolute like beautiful scene, and then a band is like playing on stage. Now the problem with it is like it's this ultra bougie thing, right? One ticket is like for 2 days is like $240.
Okay.
That does not include anything else. You're camping. If you camp in the normal people camping, it's $90 for.
In the normal people camping out.
Oh, I'm getting there.
Per night or for the
$90 for the weekend.
weekend? Okay.
But there is a glamping area that is $2,000,
Wow.
and you get apparently you get your own yurt,
Okay.
and then you get to watch the concert in a sectioned off area that
Okay.
is super bougie. Like you have like cushioned chairs and tables and Shea lounges to lay on while you watch the show, and you are waited on by wait staff.
Yeah.
And as the normal concert goer, you have to like walk past that, so you're like clearly separated, like poor people, rich people. So it's kind of weird like that. And last year, the lineup for $240, the lineup was pretty good. It was like Japanese breakfast, Yola, Spoon, the Breeders, Ray Zaragoza. So there was like some big acts,
Yeah.
This year it was like I think they realized that the older generations have a lot more money than the
Okay.
younger generations. So they had Lucinda Williams and they had Mavis Staples. Well, Mavis Staples is 85 years old. Mavis Staples was on stage and said, "I've been doing this for 74 years."
Wow.
Nuts.
And Mavis Staples was I'm not going to say she wasn't great. She was great. She got up there at 80 something years old, and she had to sit down in a chair
You gotta
a couple
respect
times.
it.
And as soon as she was done, you knew she was done because they came out, they walked out, and they grabbed her arm and they helped her walk off stage. Sadly,
Yeah.
Lucinda Williams has had a stroke, and so she was rough, And so for me, it was like, is it going to be this thing where they're just going to keep catering to the boomer generation? And so like, I like
Because
went,
this is your second year.
yeah,
going there,
it
right?
was. And but the other thing that really tripped me out is it's really catered to families, like people with children.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so you're camping, and people with like, I thought toddlers were going to be bad because there's a lot of toddlers, but like there were people there with like newborn babies.
Oh wow.
At a Brock's show.
Yes, I saw a guy with a baby that was like on the he had the harness on the front and he's walking around with it, and then the baby cried all night. And it's like,
Understandably
And
so.
did you camp?
on part of
yes,
the baby?
yes, but I mean, but when you're camping
Yeah.
and the baby's screaming,
Yeah.
it's rough. So I don't know. So I'm kind of like, I don't know if I'll go next year.
I seem to recall this being an issue for you last year as well.
It was.
You were like,
Yeah.
why
A
are
little
you
kid-
bringing your children
last
to my
year,
tents?
a kid was standing at the window of my tent watching me sleep, and he started screaming in my window of my tent and woke me up.
I mean, that seems pretty normal, Chris. That seems like what you generally expect, right?
I would have not. But if you party past 12, they will ask you to leave.
Oh, but if you do that,
Yeah.
that's not okay.
Yeah.
Did you get to watch Yola?
Last year, yeah.
Man, how was she?
Yola was spectacular.
I
I'm
believe
telling you,
that.
the lineup last year,
Oh, she's amazing.
like Japanese breakfast was great. The breeders were top notch. You
Oh, I
know?
bet. I can't even believe they were at that.
And Spoon was great. Like I had not really been a fan of theirs. So they got on stage and they kicked ass. We didn't stay Saturday to watch any of the bands because I had to come back and I had to do a show. I had to do Almost AAA Cabaret. So we didn't stay yesterday. We left around like 4 yesterday. But there wasn't anyone in that lineup that I was like, I didn't know anyone. And I think it's because it was like all older acts for like, because the whole crowd was like, I would say the average age of, if you took everyone that was young and everyone that was old, the average age was like 55
Wow.
easily for a music
Yeah.
festival. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But, and some of the like camping rigs were insane.
Oh man, I bet.
Like that overland crowd of people, they have like the overland vehicles that are just decked out for just with the tents that are on the top of their
The
vehicle.
pop-up.
Oh,
Yeah. the
Yeah.
Pop-ups.
There was like, $80 to $100,000 rigs,
Yeah.
Teslas everywhere,
Those pop-ups.
I didn't see
are
a
so
Tesla
cool.
truck though, but yeah. But it's an interesting thing because I think if you go to Coachella or you go to Bonnaroo, it's a different, So I kind of would like to see something like that in New Mexico where there's a little bit more like they bring the age down a little.
a little youthful culture
A little
in
more,
there.
yeah. Because I want to go and I'm not necessarily want to party till 4 a.m, but
Warp Tour, baby. Warp Tour.
That's right.
they're coming back.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
No, I
Wait.
didn't see that.
Yeah, I guess
Seriously?
Live Nation's bringing it back.
Warp Tour was,
Oh man.
man, that was
The
some
days.
fun times.
Yeah. When did you guys go to Warp Tour?
Oh man, let's see. I went to several. I think my favorite would have been the like that used
Yep,
all
2025.
Rejects era
Yeah, 2025 for 30th anniversary.
Okay.
of Warp Tour.
Yeah. I just wonder if it's going to be like new. I mean, it'll probably be new and old. Brody,
Brody wants to go apparently.
she wants to go to Warp Tour.
She's like, Warped Tour, yeah.
You're not emo
Brody's
enough.
game.
You're not emo enough, Brody.
Man, that's crazy. It was like, I mean, I think about it now, and it was like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Like,
Warped Tour?
The Warp Tour I'm thinking about that was like one of my faves.
Yeah, I
was,
went
was
like
probably like 2004,
Can I have
2005.
can I have
I
a
went
beer?
2003, 2004.
I never got to go.
It
The last
seems
one I went
like,
to was maybe 2009.
I mean, I always assumed. Well, no, they would always go to Las Cruces.
Okay, so
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Because
Oh yeah.
for some reason it would be because I think it's more of a college town,
okay.
like New Mexico State. But they would go to Las Cruces, and did they ever come here?
They did some.
There,
Albuquerque,
yeah, actually,
yeah.
there was maybe a year or two, and they did it at the Pavilion.
Oh, okay.
What is it now? It's at Isleta, right? Now it's changed
Oh,
many times. I
okay.
just call it the Pavilion.
Well, that
but
seems right.
yeah, but I think that was 2 years at best. I think maybe just a single year
Yeah.
in between.
It's
Yeah,
funny
I
because
never saw a Warped Tour here.
Yeah, we didn't go, but I know
Oh.
it took place.
like it was really funny. I saw a Hard Times meme, and it was like was it voters asked the conservatives to bring back family values, and by family values they mean the tour from the early 2000s.
The Family Values Tour.
Yeah, I remember with Family Values. Too.
I went to
Yeah,
one of them. It was
too.
Was that like Zombie and Manson and stuff like
Well,
that?
yeah,
Flyleaf
Family-
was on one, man.
yeah,
it was awesome.
that's the one I was at.
Yeah.
So it was like Korn, Evanescence, Flyleaf,
Yep.
and God, Brody.
Oh,
What's his name's band? Vinnie Paul's band. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Got on stage
gosh,
and
yeah.
blew all the amps out.
Oh yeah.
And so then
Hell yeah.
Why
Flyleaf
not?
had to follow, and they had to replace the amps with the amps from the B stage, so they didn't sound as good. It was weird, but it was still cool. But Evanescence was amazing, and then I was a little disappointed in Korn. I think they didn't because they didn't
okay.
play any of the old stuff. They played only like their new album or whatever. And then there was what Ozfest. Ozfest was the other big one.
Ozfest were
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, those were cool.
Ozfest was big.
Yeah. Did you ever go to the Ozfest?
I have never been to an Ozfest.
I went to the one that was free. Like it was free, but then like I think the parking was like $100, something like that.
That makes sense.
But
It's a good deal.
it was in like all the bands. It wasn't really anybody big though, except for Ozzy. But it was the one that Zach Wilde came back and played guitar for Ozzy.
It's
Okay.
interesting because Ozfest broke a bunch of big bands.
Yeah.
Like coming up bands.
Mhm.
They never had anybody like, well, they did have Pantera at point and stuff like that.
Oh,
but,
really?
But they didn't have, I mean, they broke bands that became
Yeah.
really big.
I would
off
like
of
to see
Ozfest.
those touring ones like that again. I mean, I miss
Yeah.
that. Like
Yeah.
Edge Fest used to always be pretty cool. You'd go to that. I saw Cake and Bad Religion at
The
one
Edge
of those.
Fest were great. I
Yeah.
thought Lit.
Yeah.
Remember Lit? Yeah. I saw Muse at an Edge Fest
No.
on the parking lot stage. They weren't big yet.
Dude, I was at a
So special.
one of those weird tours. It was called the Roar Fest, and I saw Seven Dust. Me and two other people.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Saw Seven Dust on a stage that was about this tall
Yeah.
in a gymnasium. It was the second stage, and they were Seven Dust, and they're all, "We're gonna have a stripper on the stage with us tonight," and on the radio. And so my friend's like, "Let's go see this band that's gonna have a stripper on the stage with them," and it was Seven Dust.
Wow.
And like I could have literally like touched them, like
Yeah.
you know, like they were I was as far from them as I am from you. I was a little closer actually.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then people like years later, they're like, "Holy fuck, dude, we're gonna go to Albuquerque and watch Seven Dust." I was like, "Really?" I was like, "I saw those guys in a gym." that was my second concert ever, and it was Seven Dust, the Bloodhound Gang, the Nixons, and Sponge.
We played with the Nixons.
No shit.
Not us, but my one of my other bands in Houston. We played
Yeah.
with the Nixons in Houston with it was the Nixons and the Toadies.
Oh wow.
And it's funny because we were just talking about this show. It's
Oh.
a show that was so packed that we couldn't get on stage. So
What?
they had to get us on stage through the front, through the crowd. They had to kind of like open up the crowd and get us up onto the stage through there because we had been hanging out
Right.
front
Uh-huh.
because nobody knew who the fuck we were, you know?
Right.
So we were hanging out up front and you couldn't get to the back anymore. It was just impossible. So we kind of climbed up to the stage when we played like
wow.
through the top. Yeah, it was
No
silly.
shit. Did the crowd still love you, or were
It
they
was
just kind of
silly.
like just staring at you like, "Who the fuck is this?"
Like, let's get on with it. Where's the Nixons? No, it was good. It was a great show.
Daniel
Very-
Torres says, "Love Seven Dust." Nice. That's yeah. Have you ever had a situation where you're playing before somebody and people are screaming at you to get the fuck off stage?
God, that has never happened.
Wow.
Thank God.
I'll tell you why. I asked that question.
Like,
'Cause,
what just happened there?
no. I'll tell you why I asked that question because I went and saw Tom Petty, and the opener was Regina Spektor. I don't know if you know Regina Spektor.
I can't say I do.
You probably
I
do.
should.
She was pretty big in like the early 2000s.
Okay.
So she opens for Tom Petty, right? And like, I love Tom Petty, but I love Regina Spektor. So I was like, I can't wait to go to the show and see both people. She comes out and she starts playing the piano. And this is at the Tingley Coliseum. And right in front of me, this drunk lady starts screaming, "Fuck this bitch! I want Tom Petty! Fuck this bitch!" As loud as she can go. Screaming at people trying to calm her down. And she's like throwing them off. Finally, they get the police. The police come over and they're like subduing her. And then as they're taking her away, I hear Regina Spektor goes, "All right, thank you, good night." And I'm like, son of a bitch.
Wow.
Seriously?
Yes.
That would suck.
Yes.
And I've seen it
Wow.
I've seen it happen
Yeah.
That's terrible, man.
at
Yeah.
shows. Like they were so rude to St. Vincent in Santa Fe.
I've seen.
Oh, and she was amazing.
When we saw her in Santa Fe, there was this probably 2 or 3 drunk guys that were being so rude to her.
Oh,
And
that's awful.
it's
St.
like
Vincent
don't-
is so
don't
fun to
be
watch.
rude
Right.
to
Oh,
St.
she's like,
Vincent.
she's such a badass, man.
They were like screaming at her and stuff and like
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough. And like sometimes there are people who like I go to shows sometimes not for the headliner, for the people that are opening.
yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
calm the fuck down. They're not going to play that. First of all, screaming for them to get off the stage is not going to bring the main act on sooner. That's just
Right.
that's not how it works, you know.
If you want to see a funny show,
Yeah.
although I guess it's not that funny, but have you ever heard of The Kills?
Yeah.
They opened for Metallica,
Oh.
and the whole wave of people in front, I mean the whole thing, you just look out into the sea of people and it's all just like fingers up
Oh no.
during their set, yeah. And it's
Why?
and the Kills killed it. They're just throwing down.
Yeah.
And I heard an interview with her later and she's like, "Man, I just got like super pumped off of it, you know."
Yeah. Yes.
But not a great band to open for Metallica.
That,
you
No.
know?
that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Not for that fan base.
I
you
love
know?
the Kills.
And we've talked about this on the show, and like I've had people come up to me and literally go, "I so agree with you." I was like, Metallica peaked and ended at the Black Album, and after that, people who defend those albums after, I'm like, nope. And so the fan base that goes and like is flipping off the Kills, like, fuck off, man.
Yeah.
Metallica opened for people, man. They opened for somebody, and people were
Right.
I've never gone to a show and I was like, there's an opener. I'm like, fuck this, and screamed out like, get off the fuck, like
No, you just patiently
you just
wait.
chill or go drink beers out front with
There's,
the,
Right. There's plenty of things you can do.
Yeah.
Other than
Yeah,
express your anger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No need to be rude.
it's so dumb.
And yeah, what if you are going for the what if you are going for the opening acts? I'm like,
Right.
hey, did you guys have fun at that Interpol show? I'm like, you
Right.
mean Smashing Pumpkins. I'm like, I didn't stay for them.
and you know what? Interpol blew the Smashing Pumpkins off the stage.
Wow.
They really did.
I'm sorry, they did, man. It was,
That was the Interpol show.
yeah.
And then
And
there was some
I
other
went
band
for
there.
Smashing Pumpkins, and everybody's like, "Do you like Interpol?" I'm like, can't say I really know their stuff. After it was over, I was like, "Dude, this Interpol band is badass," And like, I like going to show. I love going to a show, and I don't know, like maybe like one of the bands, and then I'm like, "Holy fuck, this band is amazing!" And then go home and like discover all of their shit.
Oh yeah.
No,
I love discovering
yeah,
bands live,
when you
yeah.
see an opening band that just like blows you out of the water, you're like, who is that?
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yes.
That just makes it all more special.
I one time I was in my friend Steph Wilson used to work at Low Spirits, and we were
Oh, rest
Doing-
in peace.
Low Spirits,
Oh,
not
Yes.
Steph Wilson.
Yeah,
but,
no, Steph's totally fine.
No,
Just the low spirits.
just Low
we
Spirits.
were driving back into town from somewhere, and she was like, "Let's go to Low and get a beer." It was like a Monday, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Is there a band or anything?" And she's like, "I don't know. It doesn't matter. I work there. We'll just go in." So we walk up. They let us in the door. There's a band there, and there's like 12 fucking people watching this band, and they're a country band, and I like country music. And I'm sitting there, and like Steph and I are talking. We're talking to the bartender, and after about like 2 songs, I'm like, "This fucking band is amazing," And the lead singer, he gets up there and he has like just really great like charisma, and he's like, "This next song is about failed relationships. And if you like songs about failed relationships, I have 6 CDs right over there." And it's a band called American Aquarium. And
Oh, yeah.
every time they've come back to Albuquerque, I will go see them.
American Aquarium's badass.
They are badass,
Yeah.
right? So then, the second time they came here, they're going to be here in November. So the second time they came in, they did Launchpad, and I get his vinyl. I got his vinyl, and I got the band's vinyl because he has his own, side project. And I just opened the band one for him to sign. And I was like, yeah, man, I accidentally saw you guys at Low Spirits one time. And he goes, oh, yeah. Hey, Low Spirits is the name of that place. like he'd been like trying to figure it out all day. And he like signs my record, and then he grabs the one that's his and he rips it open, signs that one too, and hands it to me. I was like, oh, sick. Because since then I've become like a massive fan.
Yeah, that's a
That's
good
awesome.
band.
Daniel Torres says the people who shit on an opener, smaller bands, are the same people that complain that there aren't any good bands anymore. What happened to the rock? Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the thing to me is like Night of Living cover bands is you get like some of these old heads that show up and they're like, I don't know any of these bands playing tonight. And like that, like in a negative way. And I'll always do this. Oh, well, that's good. So now you'll get to see some new ones that you've never seen before and, maybe get some new favorites.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
no, we've talked
Yeah.
about this, Chris.
Yeah.
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 And, that's how
That's
I
a good
feel.
thing.
That's why, openers exist, to get them exposure.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, and think, I mean, is there any famous band that wasn't at one point an opener? Is
Right.
that possible?
Well, then you hear like you'll see back in the day they used to have those behind the music, and they were like, yeah, we went out on tour and we were opening for blah blah blah, and then by the end of the tour we were the headliner,
Right.
and it's like weird. Like can you imagine that? Like you go out and you're the headliner, and by the end you're the opener.
No, that'd be
That would be-
right. That'd be really unfortunate.
I think nowadays they would just be like, you are co-headlining.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Lessen the blow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've got some favorite bands that
Yeah.
It's
some of my
important,
favorite
though.
bands that were just openers that I'd never heard of.
Right.
And I still listen to them today.
What's a band you went to see some, and you went to go see someone else, and then the opener, you were like, holy shit, who's this?
I can tell you one band that just
Yeah.
blew me fucking away when I went to go see Refused
Mhm.
at El Rey.
Okay.
And both
No, that was Sunshine. That was
Sunshine,
yeah.
Sunshine. Both openers blew me away, but Plague Vendor, Jesus.
Plague Vendor?
Jesus Christ.
Plague
I was
Vendor?
just like jaw
Okay.
dropped. Jaw dropped.
Okay.
Still listen to them today all the time.
Yeah.
Just like never heard of them, and they
No, and when we showed up, because we really were. Unfortunately, we were those people that weren't there for the whole show, and we were
Yeah.
primarily interested to see Refused. So we didn't catch their whole set, but we caught. I actually think we showed up during their last song, and just their last song was enough to be like, "Who is this? This is
Yeah.
awesome."
we
Oh.
got there during the end of their set.
So you guys are those people.
We were those people, Chris.
You're like, the show starts at 9, but do we want to see the opener? Do we want to? Let's just
and we were lucky enough to catch the last song,
let's
and
go
look at
do
us now.
let's go do Jaeger shots at the distillery.
Well, that is what we were doing, Chris. That is what we were doing. And
Yeah.
the
They were
coat
so
hangers.
The code.
and the coat hangers, just
Oh.
like they went after.
And we saw
after-
their whole set, yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
caught their whole
They were
set.
awesome.
They were after Plague Vendor, and
Oh.
both of those bands just like where you go and during the show, you're like, you got the main band that you went to see,
Yeah.
and you don't even buy any of their merch because you're spending all your money on the other band's merch.
Because
You know,
who was this? This
Because
is
it
awesome.
was like, wow, that was
Right.
And I love Refused,
Okay.
And yeah, they
and
were
there
just
was not
incredible.
near enough people
Well-
there for Refused. It was tiny.
Yeah.
Tiny show at the
Is that
Sunshine, right?
Is that recently?
Oh,
No, man, that was a long time ago. That must have been,
2018.
yeah,
'Cause
maybe before that.
I feel like like right after the pandemic, we hit this whole thing where like everybody was like starving to go out, and so every show was like packed. And now we're starting to get back to where
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
ho hum,
I think what happened over that was that I bought a bunch of, and I know a lot of my friends did as well, bought a bunch of concert tickets over the 2 years, and then was like, oh, that's coming up again. Because you're just sitting there all, I want to see that in 2 years, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so I had
yeah.
so many concert tickets, and I was like, everyone's at this one probably because we all bought it 2
Well,
years
and I
ago.
think but also people wanted to be out,
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, when you're buying like another concert ticket like every other month, when they finally show up, you're like, wow, I really overbooked myself.
Right,
I
right.
gotta do all this. What do I do?
There's still shows that like there were shows like that 2019 concert season was probably, it really sucks because that was going to be the best concert season I'd ever seen in my entire life. I had tickets to Weezer, I had tickets to the Rage Against the Machine with
that never happened.
Run the Jewels. Yeah, because he finally Zach De La Rocha is like, I think I'm 20. I'm gonna jump off an amp and blow my Achilles out.
Yeah.
Who else did I have tickets for? I had tickets for what's her name? The lead singer from the Alabama Shakes.
Oh
At the-
man, that's
at-
awesome.
Yeah, and then there was like Go-Go Bordello, and there was one more, and that was all that was like gearing up for that.
Chris, you were ready.
I was ready to go, and I was like, God damn! And Weezer was playing out at Sandia Casino at that amphitheater, which
Which is a great theater.
fuck yes,
It's fantastic.
fuck yes. I saw Billy Idol there last year.
Man,
Which
I
one?
saw the Mavericks there 2 summers back.
Oh wow, the Sandia Casino amphitheater,
Oh, we saw Huey
And we saw-
Lewis
yeah, we
there.
saw
It
Huey
was
Lewis.
incredible.
and he doesn't play anymore.
Right.
Because he's deaf now. He's
Yeah.
like completely deaf. Do you know what he's doing now? This kind of
No.
blew my mind. They're creating a show. They're filming it, from what I understand right now, and I could be wrong on this, but I read this. They're filming a TV show for Huey Lewis that is like Huey Lewis if you put him in the TV show Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Really?
Yes, I'm not making this up.
Like a dark comedy.
Yes,
Okay.
and it they said it focuses around his being deaf now.
Oh
I
my
was like,
God.
seriously?
Okay.
Yes, I was like, oh wow,
I'll watch it.
yeah.
Is this like that Gary,
Wow, I didn't know
that
that.
Gary Busey show? We were all like, wow.
No. It's
Why
like
would
it's a
you-
script. No, it's
it's scripted?
It's like
Okay.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Okay,
but
cool,
with
cool.
Huey Lewis, like hanging with Busey. No, no, not like that at all.
Okay, so
But,
my mind just took a deranged turn.
But I
there.
mean, good for him. Good for him. I'm like, I love Huey Lewis. How was that show?
It was incredible.
It was, yeah. It was
Because
awesome.
they said he struggles because he can't hear.
That show was
They
great.
killed
when,
it.
when would you say that was? Was that right after
Yeah.
pandemic?
No, I think that
Or
that
was
was
that
definitely
right?
pre-pandemic. That might have been
Was it
like
pre-pandemic?
2016.
Yeah.
No
It's-
way.
No way.
Oh
Because
my
I
God,
think that
time
was before
flies.
last
It does.
year. So yeah.
So like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, Billy Idol, I was kind of worried because you don't really hear much about him because he had that motorcycle wreck and he quit touring. And I don't know what he'd been doing, but like I was like, someone's, you want to go see Billy Idol? I was like, yeah, and the tickets were not cheap, but the merch was not cheap. But it was great to see him, and he was in great form. The only thing that was funny is when he did a whole, like, he got up there and he was like, giving us he was like, now don't do drugs. And I'm like, wow, thanks, Billy Idol. And then there was
Was
one.
it really impactful for you, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, thanks for telling me that because for one of his friends died from drugs, and I was like, one.
Wow.
There was a lot of
Sad
them,
to hear.
but it's very sad to hear. But like, then there was a moment like where he was like taking his shirt off, and I was like, should he take his shirt off? And then he took it off, and I was like, okay, for his age, he's still doing
Okay,
pretty
that's
good.
okay.
No,
Still doing
Billy,
pretty
good.
Billy,
You did good,
Billy
Billy.
Idol's sexy. He's
Yeah.
sexy. He's
Oh,
still
yeah,
got-
yeah. He's all, when you're hanging with your friends, don't do drugs. Thanks, Billy. I'm sure.
Solid advice.
It is.
Listen to Billy Idol. Come
Yeah.
on.
Nobody talks to Billy Idol like that. My favorite was like there was a lot of women there that were around my age that I hope they don't dress like this still, but for the Billy Idol show, they were dressed like they would have been when Billy Idol originally came out,
Awesome.
in a lot
As
of
they should be.
leather pants,
Oh, I love when you go to the shows.
a lot
like
of
that.
like
yeah.
just a bra for the top, and at one point there, it's an amphitheater, so there's a guy with one of these like older women on his shoulders, and they're walking down the steps, probably not as solid as they were 20 years ago, doing the steps, and my girlfriend at the time was like, what are those people doing? I was like, she's gonna go show her boobs to Billy Idol. And the security like stops him, and what made me laugh is I was like, Billy Idol wouldn't see it anyway. When you're up on a stage like that, you can't see shit like that,
Yeah.
unless it's like right there up, you know what I mean? When you guys are
Sure.
up there, like when you're at Launchpad, how much can you really see?
You can see maybe most of the floor.
Okay.
Well, maybe the front half
Yeah.
of the floor, because
Yeah.
after that it kind of gets that dark area.
Yeah,
You
But
got
when you
the-
get-
half, it also
and you
depends
got
what
the
you're looking
lights
at,
on
right?
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got the lights on
But when
you,
you go
so-
like, but when you're doing a show like on that kind of stage, they have that like spot on you they're not. He's not seeing nothing.
Yeah,
No.
no.
Right.
And it's funny because like what I love about like these guys is they get up there and they walk around and like he's walking around and he's like pointing at people. He's like, hey, and I'm like, he can't see you. That's all. That's all performance, which is amazing. And because people are like, he pointed at me.
No, that person that knows that or
Yeah.
believes that,
Yeah,
he pointed at
Billy
them.
Idol pointed at me.
And that's all they're going to remember from that
Yes,
show, right?
yes.
And that's going to make that
Oh, yeah.
show like exponentially more impactful
Oh,
for
yeah.
them. So that's awesome.
So,
He's pointing good.
are you guys excited for Friday, or is this a nervous thing?
Oh yeah, no,
Both for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely excited.
Do you guys
Certainly
get
nervous.
Do you get nervous for a show?
always.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Really?
I still get
Well,
nervous.
I mean,
all the
that's
time.
good.
Yeah.
That's good. I feel like at the moment when you're not nervous anymore is when it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I always think if you're nervous about something, you care about it. So
Right.
Yeah, I always get nervous. No matter, it could be a Wednesday night at I don't
yeah,
know.
it doesn't matter where,
someone's
how
garage,
many people or
and it's
what.
like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm nervous.
Whew, okay,
Yeah.
here we go.
What do? Do you take a shot? Do you?
I like
I
a drink
don't-
or two before.
Yeah,
I do.
I have a drink or two.
Yeah.
I
But not
don't
too
have like
many.
a routine of like,
No.
ooh, let's take a shot right before.
I want to know about Carrie. How do you like? Do you like stretch and stuff before you
No-
play?
Oh God, Chris, I should. I don't. I've never.
If you
that's,
guys have never seen.
no,
this
actually, I
band-
shouldn't say never. There's been a couple
Yeah.
times I have, but
Yeah.
but no, is that my regular routine? No, but it should be.
If you
is
guys
the
have never
answer.
seen this band, like when people see Talking Hours play for the first time, everyone is always like, "Holy Jesus!" Because like Carrie, like she takes out her aggressions on the world on her drums.
it is therapy. That is
It
true.
has to be, man. And like Dave Grohl said, hit it hard, and you were like, okay, I will. And there's times I'm like, because I pulled a hamstring sleeping the other day, and so
No, you didn't, Chris.
I did. And everyone's like, well, how did you pull? I was like, I don't know. I was maybe running in bed. I guess I don't know. So when I see you play, I'm just like, oh man, I hope she stretched before this. She's
No,
just stretching.
I'm glad you brought that up as a reminder. I should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I think it would help.
It can't hurt.
It's
Get a little icy hot.
truce.
Okay, so
Certainly
I
can't
went
hurt.
and bought the icy hot because I really did pull a
Really?
hamstring. Yes,
Okay.
I'm old, Smiley.
All
While
right.
sleeping.
I'm sorry, Chris. I actually didn't. I
Did
actually
you
didn't
wake
think that
up
was
to,
real.
like,
Are you
no,
okay?
massive
It's funny.
pain?
No,
Are you
it's
good?
funny. No, but when I went to get out of bed, I was like, ow. I played sports, so like
Yeah.
I've had many a pull and a.
What'd you play? Out of curiosity.
I played growing up. I played football, baseball, and basketball.
That's awesome.
Nice.
And I did not like football, and I did not like playing it. So I quit playing that by the time I got to high school. But I played basketball and baseball, and I loved baseball. I was a catcher,
That's so
and
cool.
so my knees are bad because of it. But
100%.
love baseball, love playing baseball, basketball, whatever. It was fun, but not like baseball. So
You're a catcher, Chris. That's
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I was thick, man. I was, and I could catch. I could take, if they threw. The worst thing ever happened. There's two things that happened. I was, we had a couple pitchers that were really, really fucking wild, and one threw the pitch and it went really low and it went off the ground. Well, you have to dig. You have to like throw your knees down and then like, kind of like stop it. And the fucking batter swung at it and hit. You have your glove, your mitt, and you have this index finger comes out of a hole in the back. And the guy hit me right in the back of the index finger with a bat.
Oh,
And that was pretty bad. It didn't
Ow.
break, but it probably popped out and popped back in. And then the
That's
other
terrible.
thing that happened, and this was in a game, we had a pitcher that could throw about 89. He was in high school and he could throw about 89 miles an hour.
wow.
He was like 6'8", and the pitchers that are really tall can really throw it,
Okay.
because that leverage, like Randy Johnson was like 6'10", some shit like that. Anyway, he fucking threw like an 88 or 89 mile an hour fastball, and I knew where it was going, and the guy swung, and it tipped off the bat, and so it changed direction, and it hit me right in the shoulder.
Oh my gosh.
And I just like melted onto the ground, like face first. And the umpire's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I think my collarbone's broken." And it wasn't, but I finished the
Sure
game.
felt like
But
it.
I had to like do the hot soak after that. But that's like the two worst things that happen. And people would like run you over, running home.
Oh,
I
yeah.
But
bet.
I
Yeah.
bet. Yeah. You're a Cubs fan, right?
hell yeah,
Yep.
fly to W right there, man.
Mm-hmm.
little Malort to make you happy. Are we doing Malort in the second hour?
Oh yeah.
All right.
We're ready for it.
What's the
All right.
story?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
I've been meaning to ask.
What's this?
Well,
The
Oh, I
the
have a different
broken
question.
Malort bottle.
Oh, the Malart.
Yeah, but the
on
broken
wall.
one.
What's wrong with it? What's the story behind it?
Yeah.
Well, Aurelius,
Okay.
Craig's wife,
Yes.
makes these.
Oh. Okay.
And so she posted, this is how I actually met Aurelius.
Okay.
I think I met her before I met Craig. She posted on Instagram that she makes, let me see if I can change this and switch to it. So there's a piece of art that's up here in the corner. It's like right there. That's a broken Malort bottle, and it's in resin. So she posted that she makes these in like, it was like a wine bottle or something.
Okay.
And I messaged her and I said, "Hey, do you do commissions?" And she was like, "Sure, if you have the bottle." And I was like, "I do." And I was like, "If I bring you a bottle, will you make it?" And she goes, "Yeah." So I took her a bottle to Launchpad and she made that.
Well, that is very cool.
And then she posted it and immediately someone else was like, "I want one of those." And I think I gave her another
Go
one.
Relish.
Yeah.
Getting it done.
Yeah. So that's the Malart. I had that done. And then behind you right now, there's a new piece in the studio to your left. And it is me and Brody fighting zombies.
Oh, I
Oh,
saw
you
that.
got that.
Yeah, and if you go on to our website, to our store, you can actually buy that T-shirt right now. So
Yeah, I saw that one when you posted
but it's
it.
the art is actually right there. I can't think of the artist's name right offhand, but a good sign printed that out for me. So because they're amazing.
Oh, she did our posters for the show.
Oh, let's
Good on Tammy.
Jose Eurisha is in the chat. And he says, "Here's Johnny." They're doing, Los Domingueros. They're doing, oh gosh, dang it, who are they doing for Night 11 cover band? Ruby Soho, Ruby Soho,
That's,
Rancid.
Rancid.
And I asked Josue, I was like, "Are you gonna do Ruby Soho?" And he goes, "We'll see." I didn't say fucking Jose. I said Josue. God dang it! This is recorded. He's been agitating me lately because last year we got into it about Night of the Living cover bands because they weren't going to do Wonderwall. Speaking of that, how are you guys feeling about these big reunions right now?
Oh, Oasis. Getting
Oasis
back together.
yeah.
So I was never like a huge Oasis fan,
No.
so it doesn't like it's not like, oh, I need to.
You're not going to pay
that.
$1,000 a ticket for it?
No. But I think it's cool. If
Do
you're
you
an
think-
Oasis fan, I mean, I think it's cool that they're getting
everyone's
back together.
everyone's like, "Oh, they're going to break up though." And I was like, I think that it wasn't, and I may be wrong on this, but for me, I assume because I've been around, industry people and industry things, I assume that like they were probably not together at all. And somebody did the numbers and went to them and reached out to them and said, "Hey, we've done the numbers. And if you guys got back together right now, which is a perfect time for this is the kind of money you could make." And then they were like, "Okay,
Like,
So-
let's do it.
yeah, let's do it."
Yeah.
And I think that they'll 100% pull it out and make a shit ton of money.
Yeah, and I think if you're a fan, like when Black Crows got back together and started doing stuff,
I
like,
saw them.
I was a huge Black Crows
Yeah,
fan. Still
we
am.
did too.
So,
Have you seen them live?
Yeah.
I've seen them twice.
Yeah.
We saw them recently at Red Rocks, and then
Oh,
we
wow.
saw 'em, and then I saw them in Houston, like in the '90s. But when they got back together, now the two brothers,
Yeah.
I was like, hell yeah,
It's Chris Robinson and what's the other guy's name?
Rich.
Brody. Josue says Chris loves cliches and predictability. Well, when I pay for a ticket, yeah.
Right?
There's more to life than singles. Okay. All right. If you want to go up and do Rancid and not do Ruby Soho, then that's on you. I'm fine with it. I guess. Ooh. Dang. Whatever. I'll just sing it quietly in outside of Launchpad.
And you'll get what you want out of the experience, Chris. You'll get it.
Ruby, 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 Ruby Soho. If you don't want to, you don't want to be cool, it's fine. Are you guys doing Living Cover Bands?
We're not this year.
We are
Why
not.
not? Why not?
Our schedule just did not
Yeah.
permit this year at all.
You were like man highs on this one? No.
No.
There can only be one power duo. No, thank you.
No. 2 power duos?
Absolutely not.
Freaking not.
Who is Man High covering?
They're doing the Black Keys,
Oh, I'm excited to see
Yeah.
that. That's awesome.
right? And
Love you
I told Gabe, I was like, "You're gonna run out of power duos to to cover." But I don't know.
No, Black Keys, man. See Gabe and Ray do that. I'm excited.
See, I don't know the words. I don't know the words. Josue, if you know the words, sing it. Sing it at Night Living Cover Bands.
So, okay, Chris, Mo and I have fairly different feelings about Night Living cover bands.
Do you want
as
me,
far as
hold
our
on,
approach?
Hold on. Let's take a break and we'll go into this. Do you want to tease this?
Yeah,
For
let's
the second hour?
Because this sounded
let's
important.
let's talk about this. I mean, in the grand scheme of life, is it important?
Yeah.
Probably not. But
No. Oh no,
like
no,
my
no, no,
my
no.
approach
In the grand
and-
scheme of 10 drink minimum, it is though.
Okay, yeah.
So
My approach and Mo's approach, as far as our thought process of like, what do we want to put in? What do we want? How do we want to approach this? Is very different. So,
okay.
talk about that.
Uh-oh, Brody.
and Brody is ready.
Brody's ready for the break. So we're gonna take a break. So Friday night, Launchpad. It's you guys and your album release. Gilead Rises album release. Shoulder Voices. Who else was it?
Lomo de Nero.
I don't know them.
That is, you do. You just don't know that you know that.
Oh, okay.
That is, oh my gosh, what is his name? The guitar player. And it's got, do you remember Robson? Guy?
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder, I think Robson's going to be here for that show because I
Okay.
think Robson moved away if I'm
Oh.
not mistaken, but I think he's coming back for this show.
Okay.
Yeah, Shoulder Voices, Gilead, us. It'll be a fun night.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have CDs, and you're gonna have vinyl, and you're gonna have all that.
Yeah, we've got some new merch, we got some new shirts, we've got posters. Good sign ABQ, thank you. We've got vinyl, CDs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got the goods.
Yeah,
Nice.
Come hang.
bunch of cool stuff.
Let's see. Smiley got anything going on?
No, I don't believe I have anything going on at the moment.
Okay.
Come and see me at my work if you feel like it.
At the Bird of Paradise.
At the Bird of Paradise, I'll be like, hey, I'll sell you booze.
September 26th at the El Rey Theater. Returning to the El Rey Theater, it'll be September Rain, Duke City Championship Wrestling. Hobo Hank's first title defense against Baba Thunder. Dude's 7 feet tall.
Oh,
So you want to see a 7 foot tall wrestler? Come watch September 26th at the El Rey. And then October, when are we going, Smiley? October
I want to say
11th?
Yeah.
Yeah. October 11th through the 14th. Smiley and I will be in Chicago. So if you live in Chicago, hit us up and then let us know all the cool places you want us to go to. We will be at Chronicon, the
That
Kevin
is correct.
Smith Universe con. We're going to meet all those people like Jason Mewes and Shannon Elizabeth and
Really looking forward to it.
oh, I'm stoked, man. And Ming Chen will be there with us. 'cause,
for sure.
We're going to go to the Malort Distillery.
Yeah, we're going to go to the actual
No.
distillery.
Yes, we are.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I
That's
have
awesome.
I have a Chicago question for you when we come back.
And I'll probably, this you should ask it now because I'm pretty sure that I will probably fall into a vat of Malort and die on that trip.
Okay, is Chicago the place that has that pizza where they press a wheel of sausage, that disc, and they lay it inside the pan pizza?
I don't know, but I can't imagine it not. I want-
It's just this place, and
Oh.
I don't know what it's called, but I want to say it's in Chicago.
Well, I'll have to go there. Have you had just real Chicago deep dish pizza?
I don't know. I've had it, but
No,
I don't know.
No, you would know. It's like if you have, it's one of those things where it's something you plan for at the end of the day.
How is Uno?
What's that?
Uno.
Is that the is it in
Chicago.
Chicago? Oh, okay.
Or Uno Chicago Pizza.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It was like a chain. Like I've had
Yeah.
that. I don't know.
Well,
I
like
don't know
the
if I
real
have or
deep
not.
dish, when you have it, it's like the end of your day.
Okay.
You're like, oh god, because it's literally like a bunch of bread.
Now
Yeah,
the
believe
true Chicago deep dish
Yeah.
at the what's it called on Eubank and Montgomery.
Chicago pizza.
Oh, yeah, Chicago Pizza Kitchen.
It's kind of close.
Okay.
But when you go there and you have like the real stuff, it's like thick. Like man, it is like
Yeah.
it is it like it's the end of your day because you just
Like you ate a loaf of bread.
yeah, like you have a brick in your stomach. Well, he'll see, because you have to do that. You have to do the either Al's beef or Portillo's.
Okay, but that Chicago Pizza Kitchen is really good.
I like it too.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm in it.
Cozy
you know?
spot.
Yeah, I
I'm,
like that
I'm looking
place.
food.
forward to all the food that is
And
going
then
to be subjected
and then
to.
the hot dogs. I can't think of what the hot dog place is called, but you know, you bite into the hot dog and it has the snap to it. You know, that's like when you have the real.
Ooh.
But then the Chicago dog has like the pickle and it has all that stuff on it, except for ketchup. They don't put ketchup on the hot dog.
You ever had a Ripper?
I'm excited for you,
A what?
Smiley.
A
I
Ripper.
don't know. I haven't
No?
been to Chicago since I was
The,
17.
This is gonna be awesome.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, we're excited. So we'll be back. We'll do some Malort shots and we'll talk about with Carrie her thoughts on Night Living cover bands and why Josue should do Ruby Soho. I'm just kidding.
Probably he probably should.
We'll be back. We are 10 drink,
drink
minimum.
Lay down and sleep in your cozy little bed. Don't be a sheet. Somebody call. Don't be afraid. Hey, hey, hey. I'm feeling shadows speak, but they ain't breathing. They're deceiving you again. Hey, hey. Oh, creeks even when there's no one around. Lungs that can strong, keep you down. Would you wait another day to hit the ground? Again. Hey, made me try. Curtain, shine a spotlight on the forehead. You absorb the sweat. Tired the voices to the stigma you created, motivated in your head. And I know the floor creaks even with there's no one around. Oh, floor creaks even with there's no one. Under control, keep you down. You wait another day to hit the ground. Oh, oh, never explore it. It will be the season, and we try. Under control, keep you down. Did you wait another day to hit the ground? Oh, oh, never explore again. Will be the feeling and we try. Supposed to live without you. Here we are, the play is on. Me without you. Like a wasteland of news, volunteer I stand. Unspeakable wishes, golden days, they could be better. Don't feel right. I swear, the world's about that I want you to say what wasn't for us, what could be better. How do we do that? To the place I'm back to my tail, you started. My days next to your skin. Chase on, was the way your face is right. I've got time to forget you. Walk to the corner of the shed. The bottom sky is a red light. I can wait strong, there's no use to crawl to your stand. I'm speaking of wishing for it, things they could be better. No wishing right, I'll just wait. Words apart, and I want it. Say what wasn't for us, what could be better. I can be right. To the great song, our backs back straight up to the starting. My days next to your skin. Chase on. To hear that sound, it's a sound of you taking me down. I see no.
I sold my soul to the bottle. Still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regrets. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10 drinks.
All right, we're back. It's 10 Drink Minimum. I'm your host, Chris Burnett, and this podcast is sponsored by the Topo Chico Seltzer.
Yummy.
Smiley is in the studio.
I'm here with mine as well.
And from the Talking Hours, we have Mo and we have Carrie.
Yay.
Yay. Welcome, guys. Welcome.
Hello.
They have their album release this Friday at the Launchpad with Gilead Rises, Shoulder Voices, and
Lumo de Nero.
Lomo de Nero. Wow. Yeah. All right. I'm excited to see them. And Smiley poured us a shot of the Malort.
Thank you, Smiley.
Thanks, Smiley.
Who's not had this? You guys have all had this.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
No, we've had Malort thanks to some dear friends of Michael Wycla and
Oh,
Timothy Plath
yeah.
of Music is the Enemy.
Yes. Okay. So we're gonna put it on Smiley because he's the one that struggles the most. So
It never gets better.
here's to your album release,
Thank
and
you.
that
Cheers.
that
Thank
it's
you.
a massive smash success.
Thank you, guys.
So,
Thank you
cheers.
so much.
I'm gonna
Thank
play
you.
it all the time.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
And if you're just tuning in, they brought me and Smiley. They brought Smiley a CD, and they brought me the vinyl of their new record, The Talking Hours, Transmissions to Missy. Oh, I have it upside down. Transmissions to Missy. Look at the back there. Yeah.
And I very much appreciate that you paid attention. And I'm like, I have a CD player. I
Yeah.
listen to CDs. I buy CDs.
Weirdo.
Yeah, I was like, I know I've listened to you on the show, and
Do you,
you're like talking about like how you do the CD. So I was like,
I just
gotta
picture,
bring him a CD.
I picture you staying up all night on a Friday and going to the growers, or not the growers market, the flea market on the Saturday to get those CDs.
But I get you. I have hundreds of CDs. I love
yeah.
CDs.
So many. Yeah, I love them.
They're so much
Looking at
easier to
them and-
carry around when you move too. You know, you just put them in a box and you go.
Oh yeah, and I was like, I have a CD player in my car. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think any of the speakers work anymore, but the CD players.
Dude, and it's
Still
funny.
response.
It's so funny because I got into someone's car that was like older, and they had the CD player that like you push the button and the tray pops out, and like the little screen pops up on it.
Oh yeah, I remember.
and I was like,
those.
"What the fuck?" I was like, "That's amazing."
That is.
I miss
something,
all those.
yeah.
I miss, dude.
Oh,
Like-
wait, did I miss the shot part?
Yes, you're supposed to take a shot.
Oh,
We said, "Here's to your album release." Now, what's gonna happen?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Now you have to do the shot. Watch him. Look at him. He struggles with it.
No, Smiley, it's rough.
It's not
I
great.
mean-
It's not great, but it's not bad.
I know.
You're gonna be doing this.
very
You know
dear
how many shots are gonna have
love
to do
it.
Do you know how many shots are gonna have to do it in Chicago?
Yeah, but they'll have really cool food too.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, and they'll be all, "Hey, over there, you like Malort?" And you'll be like,
Every
"What?"
time I look, I get tears in my eyes every time.
Oh yeah, he is. He's tearing up.
No, those are fair tears. Like it's not great. I don't enjoy it. I don't.
Okay.
And I should.
I think it miles.
No, you shouldn't. It's called the champagne. It's called the champagne of pain for a reason.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was it?
No?
Was
Timmy
it
Miles,
not
no, what's up?
at Miles's? What was that? Was that his bachelor? No, that was his wedding.
Oh.
No, yeah, at his wedding.
Yeah,
No,
where we were we not
No.
playing Malort Pong
Oh God.
Wow.
No, we weren't playing
with Timmy?
Malort
We were
Pong.
playing some Malort game. I can't remember what.
Well,
it was.
I think it was just drink the Malort.
It was
the
called.
game.
It was called drink and not throw up.
I actually
Timmy
do
Miles.
not
I don't. I
dislike Malort. I like
am
it.
I misspoke.
I'm desensitized to it.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, I don't. I mean, it doesn't. I don't experience the same thing as Smiley,
Oh,
but I
yeah.
don't also experience like,
I've
great
had
pleasure.
people get mad and they're like, "Why did you bring that to my house?" Enough that I'm
That's fair.
like, I don't do that anymore. So, Carrie, you were going to bring something up for the break about how you feel about Night of Living cover bands.
Okay, yes. So I think Night of Living cover bands I think it's fantastic. I think the whole event,
Yeah.
the experience of it from the musician level and the fan level is I mean, it's just a great time.
Yeah.
Especially when you
But-
do Coldplay. Thank you.
As far as the approach to it, I think I was thinking about it over the break, and I think my approach to it is really kind of selfish because I want to play like the deep cuts, right? Like I love this band, and
and-
I want to play the songs that I love.
Oh,
and then
I'm the opposite. I'm like, you better play the hits or I'm going to be mad. at you."
no,
Same.
but thanks
Mo.
to Mo, we have a balance because he comes in and he's like,
I'm
"That's
like,
not why you
gotta
do."
play the hits. The people are here for the hits.
And
Thank
he's
you.
right, and he's right.
We are here for the people. We
he's
are not
right.
here for us.
I know.
We
No,
are
he's
here
right.
for the people.
And I will. Okay. I 100% will agree with both of you. A good balance is great. And like Billy in one of his bands, they did Radiohead. And
Oh, yeah, and they did, like, yeah.
they did only deep cuts.
Yeah.
And they did literally a show for like 5 people in the audience.
Mm-hmm.
And so many people showed up to see Radiohead, and then walked away, and they were like,
Where's Creep?
well, yeah, Creep. I feel like if you're a Radiohead fan, though, Creep is the one you would not be shocked if they didn't play. You know what I mean? But like, no fake plastic trees. Fuck. What else? What else is on that second record? But like, and they were like snobbish about it.
Yeah,
It-
Billy very much feels like you.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
but even probably more snobbish.
Yeah.
Like they're like, we don't care. We just don't even care. We're, you
No,
know.
see, I do. Well, okay, I do still care,
Yeah.
which is, I mean, obviously, I'm willing to. I mean, you make a fair point,
Yeah.
but my honest natural feeling is
Well, have you ever gone to see like a band and you're like, I love these songs, and they're like, our new album's out, and they play only the new album, and you don't get any of the hits?
Boy, that one.
oh,
hurt.
for sure.
It sucks. And you're like, Corn, you son of a bitch. We're shooting letters. I
No, okay, that's a fair point.
think that's lead singer's name is Corn, right?
From there,
Thanks, Corn. Mr. Corn.
Corn, you better fucking play them songs.
better
Jonathan
sing it, Corn.
Davis.
Jonathan Davis, yeah.
You better sing
He's
it,
awesome,
Corn.
man.
We had that joke
love
yesterday
Jonathan
because we're
Davis.
pretty sure that the lead singer of Smash Mouth, his name was Smash Mouth. rest in peace.
Gosh, what is his name? Does anybody know his name?
No.
We probably should.
Why? I thought it was Smash Mouth.
And that's so.
Mr. Mouth,
Like
how you doing?
I always loved that. Like
Lift the mouth.
oh gosh, what is his name? But the guy from Hootie the Blowfish gets mad when people call him Hootie, and I'm like, well, your fucking band is called Hootie and the
And the
Blowfish.
Blowfish. What's his name?
I mean, it's a dead giveaway.
and
of
what is his name? I'll know it.
Darius Rucker.
Right.
He's-
I'll
he
know
has
it if I hear it. But
he has
to
a
me, he's
cool
Hootie.
last name too.
But like, there's
Yeah.
videos where like he's walking, and people are all Hootie, and he like gets mad. He's like, I'm Darius Rucker. You know,
No, you're Hootie.
you're Hootie. Play Wagon Wheel, Hootie.
Oh man.
Darius. And yes, I will.
But yeah, I feel like a good balance is fine.
No,
You know?
I think if you can throw in like one deep
Yeah.
cut with the rest.
We slipped in one deep cut for the Coldplay set.
Thank you.
We slipped in one.
Which really wasn't
Are
even
you-
a,
are you guys
which really
Coldplay
wasn't even a
fans?
deep
My
cut.
God,
God, I love
yes.
Coldplay.
Really?
Oh my God,
Okay.
yes.
On a deep level. We actually we have a cool story about
We
Coldplay.
have a Coldplay
Oh,
story
yeah.
if you want to hear.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Aren't they
we
the
got time,
only
we got
other-
time for that? Okay.
Wait, we've got lots of time left.
Aren't they the only other like band to ever have like $1 billion tour?
Tour?
Yeah,
They
tour. Did I say that wrong?
They,
Or
I mean,
weird?
I would
like it was
guess
Coldplay.
they
It
could
was
be.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Coldplay was because
Yeah.
I remember reading that and they're all like $1 billion. Coldplay is now $1 billion touring band. They're like,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That show was ridiculous at the Pepsi Center, and I mean,
Yeah.
Okay.
and it was filled to the top, to the rim. I
Where,
was like,
where's this at? In Phoenix?
In
or-
Denver.
Denver.
Have
yeah.
been I feel like this was 2016.
think
it was
I
like
think we talked about
40
2016 a couple times, so maybe that was our year.
40,000 cap. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
So we went to see. We had tickets to go see.
There were
Coldplay.
40,000 people in there.
Well, no, because part of the thing
Yeah.
is blocked off.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
behind stage and all there. But
Yeah.
I would say there was 30.
Yeah,
30,000.
I mean, it was
Yeah.
packed, man.
Yeah.
I saw Pearl Jam. Oh, it was like 2016 maybe.
okay, sweetie.
You don't like Pearl Jam? You hate them?
No, I actually
We
Mo
went
has
and it was
founded
over
a love
3
for me.
It
of
was
Pearl
over
Jam.
3 hours, and I was in love, and she was like, "Oh my God, when are they gonna stop?"
Oh yeah, I saw them in Miami.
Yeah.
And you know
long.
how like if you where you're talking like how they'll do like half of the stadium, right? They did the whole stadium.
Oh, behind them
Yeah,
also?
it was where the Miami Heat play.
Yeah.
So it was probably 20,000. And I'm like, and every ticket was $75 whether you were up in the nosebleeds or on the floor. And my friend was in the 10 club. And so because he was in the 10 club, they put you in a raffle, and if you get picked, then you get to be on the floor. So we were on the floor, and I was like, well, that sucks if you're behind the stage. But then they did like 4 songs on the other side. And I was like, but even that kind of still sucks. But they had a whole setup on the other side.
Yeah.
And I was like, what would have been easier, to put a whole setup on the other side or have the stage rotate,
That is the
No, for
longest
sure.
concert.
Yeah.
Longest concert.
It was
I've ever been
it was
to.
3.5 hours. There was
Yeah.
3 encores, and I loved every moment of it. You hated it?
No, I didn't. Okay,
Yeah.
at that time, I didn't understand. I was not a Pearl Jam fan. I didn't understand it. Right?
Yeah.
At that time.
I didn't hate it.
She is now. Now she understands.
I wasn't there yet. I wasn't ready. But I just
Oh.
remember they turned it had already been at least 2 hours. They turned the lights on, and I was like, okay, thank God. I think we're about done. And then he was like, Eddie Vedder says, "Oh, forget it. We haven't been to Arizona in however long.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna keep going. Screw the fine, because I guess if they play over a certain amount of
Yeah.
time, they get a fine, right?
Yeah.
No, he opened another bottle of wine with the lights on and
That's-
kept going. And,
oh, man.
And Mo and our friends we were with were just delighted. And I was like,
yeah.
oh,
Dude,
Here we go.
the people in the audience for a Pearl Jam show are nuts.
Pearl
Like-
Jam fans are nuts.
Dude, the
they
sign-
are like
the amount
hardcore.
of the amount of signage that was in the audience, and there was 2 guys in the front, and Eddie Vedder's hilarious, by the way. Like he was when we saw him. He's like, I just wanted you to know we don't do covers, or we don't not covers. He's like, we don't do requests. He's like, but there's 2 guys in the front that one has the word perma on his forehead and the other has Christ on his forehead. And neither of these guys are going to get laid tonight because of that. So because they're not going to get laid tonight, we're going to do that song. And I was like, that's badass. And then at one point, they had these like cameras that were, I don't know if they had some sort of like tracking device on them, but the cameras would follow them and they were automated. Like you could see them. And he gets up there and he's like talking and he's like, just when you know, he's like, just so you know, a Pearl Jam show is a family affair. He's like, it's like hanging out with your family. And just like when you hang out with your family, there's always a guy with no shirt, and they like fucking spotlight a dude in the crowd. He's like, I no shirt on, And they told the story. Have you ever heard of the movie Blood? What is it called? God dang it! It's the sport that the people in wheelchairs play. That's like really violent.
Oh, Murder Ball.
Murder Ball. They did a whole like documentary about this sport called Murder Ball. And it was really big. The documentary was huge, and Murder Ball kind of got really big amongst the handicapped community. Well, anyway, Eddie Vedder's like, the last time we were in Miami, he's like, I was singing and I could see the end of the crowd, and all of a sudden I saw this light, and it was shimmering, and it got closer and closer and closer, and then I could see it was a man in a wheelchair crowd surfing. And he goes, then when he got to the front, he's like, have you ever seen that documentary Murder Ball? It was the guy that invented Murder Ball. And everybody's like, ah. Well, right then, that guy flies up the aisle in his wheelchair. And Eddie Vedder's like, oh my God, there he is. And they bring him up on stage, and he like sings one of the songs with them. And I was like, this is amazing. Like, I'm glad I flew to
That's
Miami for
awesome.
this. Yeah.
Oh my God, there he is.
There he is. Like, they had no idea he was going to be there, and he was like, "Oh, you're talking about me? I'm coming. Here I am." I love shit like that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you so when you guys pick bands for Not Living cover bands, how's that go? Do you guys argue about it?
Yeah, definitely.
I think there's
Pretty
a little bit of
deeply.
argument.
Who is somebody that Carrie? Who is somebody you want to do that you haven't done yet?
I would love.
And well, hold
Well,
on.
if we're talking about-
For people who don't know what we're talking about, in Albuquerque,
yes.
in the month of October, they do every Friday and Saturday at this place called the Launchpad. They do a thing called Night Living Cover Bands, where local bands will cover famous bands and dress up like them. And it's Halloween, so and it's super fun. You get like 12 bands every Friday, Saturday, and so the whole month of October is this amazing month of just fun. Everybody's you see all these like cover bands.
Yeah,
It's great.
I generally take November off
Yeah.
because of Night of the Living
Right,
cover
right.
bands. I'm like, I am partied out. I don't think I need to see any more live music.
Right.
I will
just
not be
need a
coming
nap.
into work
Right.
this month.
Yeah, Mo, sorry, I'm not coming. Yeah. Oh, I don't work there. Sorry. Never mind. My bad. So, Carrie, who is a band you've wanted to do, but you haven't been able to yet?
Ooh, one we've talked about for years, but this is a high bar, high challenge. Is Janis Joplin?
Ooh, that is. Would you sing or would Mo sing?
No, I think that would have to be Mo.
I do a pretty mean Janis Joplin.
Do you
Does.
really?
He'd kill it.
I do.
Well, you are a fucking
Okay.
great like lead singer. I mean, you
Oh,
fucking
thank you.
rule
Thank
at
you,
it.
Chris.
You guys are just. I mean, if I didn't know who you were and I walked in, I'd be like, okay, it's a two piece. And I know that this did happen. Like you start playing, and it's just like the fucking power that comes from that stage when you guys are up there, and that the emotion and the performance is just amazing. It's so you doing Janis would be ridiculous in a
Think
good
it'd
way.
be very interesting.
It scares me, man. Like you can't do Janis and not do it right, right?
Thank you, because
Yeah.
you
You cannot half-ass that.
because with
It's gotta
Janis,
be right.
Because like with Janis, and I've had this discussion with people, like Janis Joplin, you're not talking technique and in like preciseness. It is fucking raw emotion coming from the body of that person doing that
1000%.
song.
Mm-hmm.
And amazing video of Chris Christopherson singing that song at the Isle of Wight, and he gets booed off the stage because it's Chris Christopherson,
Poor guy.
and he's like busted flat in Baton
Yeah.
Rouge, waiting for a train.
No, get out of there.
And they're like, boo. And then a dude, he like just stumbles off the stage because he's fucked up. And a guy comes out, he's all, you know who you were going to see when you bought the ticket. And it's amazing. But like when Janis sings that song, she didn't write it, but man, it's hers.
Yep.
No, man.
Yeah.
When she sings any song,
Taking a little piece of my heart. Jesus.
Yeah.
any song, she just.
She owns
Take
it.
it. Yeah.
She owns it.
Ooh,
What about
get me
you,
all
Mo?
stirred up.
What about you?
Janice.
I would love to do, and Carrie will probably never let me, but I would love to do 21 Pilots.
Really?
I would love to do 21
You having a
Pilots.
a taste that I would not expect.
Well, we just saw 21 Pilots 2 weeks ago in
Okay.
Vegas
They're fantastic.
at MGM.
All right.
It was a show,
I-
man.
I-
I was impressed.
I might have been crying for about an
Do
hour
they
and
have a
half of
residency
it.
or they were just there?
No, they were just there. on
I
the tour.
actually cried too.
Really?
I am such...
And not as a mega fan. It just was like it was like an.
Their energy is
It was a lot.
insane. Like what they put out. They're also, of course, they're also a two-piece. They're
yeah.
just the energy they put out and their show. And I do not listen to that kind of music.
That's why I'm very shocked that that's something you would like.
I know, it's just like I just came across 21 Pilots
Yeah.
one time, and not my genre of music or what I really listen to, and
Next, you're gonna say Imagine Dragons.
I saw them perform, and
Yeah.
that's what captured me. Was I
Ah.
saw them perform like on, I don't know, it was on YouTube or something, some video, and I was
See, I can get behind that.
And
any
I was
day.
like, "Oh my god, these guys are incredible!" And then the music just kind of grows on you.
yeah.
Obviously, it's catchy if millions of people
Well,
like it, but it's just like
Here's how I feel about that. If you can go see somebody, like, there's many a time I've gotten a free ticket or something, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, I'll pop in. And then there are people who can perform, and then there are people who can entertain. And some people, being a performer is one thing, but being an entertainer is a whole different deal.
Yeah.
And it's taken me a long time to understand that. And you'll go see somebody, and you're like, Jesus Christ, I may not listen to them on a daily basis, but Jesus Christ, that was something else. I've seen Kid Rock. I don't listen to Kid Rock's music, but the show that he puts on, fantastic.
Awesome.
he throws down.
He does multiple outfit changes. I went and saw him again because I was like, wow, that was spectacular. So at some point during the show, he will move around the stage and take the instrument from whoever's playing it and start playing it. He did the guitar, he did the drums, he did the bass, he did the turntables, all in one song. He like goes around, and someone's like, "Well, yeah, but that's all tricks," and I'm like, "But it's still it's entertaining to people, because the people in the audience are like, wow." And like the first time I saw him, he gets done, he goes off the stage, you think he's gone, and then a baby grand piano came out of the floor and he's playing
shit.
it, and I was like,
That's too much.
"What in the fuck?"
That's
I was
awesome.
I was
You know?
expecting a monster truck, but baby.
No.
Okay.
That's very
And at one point he was like, one of them he was sponsored by Jack Daniels, like when they did the honey bourbon or whatever.
Tennessee honey.
Yeah, Tennessee honey. They built a bar, and the turntables were built into the bar. So he was doing the turntables, and he was pouring shots while he was like, scratching and mixing. And then he does a thing where like him and the guitarist are talking to each other. The guitarist talks to him, and he talks back with the records. And I was like,
Okay.
this is fucking crazy. And like the tickets were $25.
Do you remember that tour? He did that
Yeah.
tour where it was
Yeah.
$25
Yeah.
tickets, $4 beers,
$4 beers.
and $20 shirts,
Yes.
and he was footing the rest of the bill for the venues, which
Yeah.
is super cool for your fans.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I don't like his politics. I don't like him, most of the time, but like, I can't be mad at that, you know?
Hell yeah,
Can't.
$4 beers and $25
Yeah.
tickets, all right.
And $20 t-shirts. you know?
Yeah.
Fucking Billy Idol, I think I paid $45 for the t-shirt. Like, I was like, it's a t-shirt.
Yeah.
It's like $45.
Yeah.
Can I get a beer? It's one of those things where if you go out on a Friday, like that's where like I think a lot of like musicians get lost. People are taking the time out of their life. They're planning. They're getting other people to plan. They're getting transportation. They're calling in sick the next day. They're whatever. To come to watch you play. They pay to get in the door. They pay at the bar. They walk over to the merch table. They buy some stuff. And they're there for you to be entertained. And sometimes I think people, like some musicians, lose that. Or not even musicians, people who are performing. And that's the end of the day. That's the deal, right? That's the contract.
That is a contract. That's
And
true.
when I do judging, like I've judged a couple of like singer-songwriter competitions, and I do the AAA Cabaret, and I will always say like, hey, I said, especially with the songwriter one, I'm like, I'm really glad they asked me to come here. I have no credentials of why I should be here. I don't play music. I don't sing music. The only thing that I do is I pay money and I buy the ticket and I show up. That's the only expertise that I have. And it like kind of sets the tone of like why I'm there, because I'm the consumer, and that's a weird thing. It's a weird thing to think about when you think about art and music. But like, at the end of the day, you want people to show up and buy the vinyl and buy your shirt. And you guys have great shirts, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I love
Thanks,
my
Chris.
Talking Hour shirt. I wore it the other day to Marty's house, and Marty was like, "Where did you get that shirt?" I was like, "Mo gave it to me," and he goes, "That's a great one." It's the one where you guys are like Frankenstein and
Oh
and
yeah,
Brian.
Oh.
yeah.
Halloween special of 2023.
Yeah, it's such a good shirt. I love
Gary
it.
Hill.
I've worn it a lot.
Yeah.
So I love it.
Shout out to Spectral Youth
Yeah.
for that design.
Such a good shirt.
Oh, and a shout out to Zach Rutledge for all the designs on the new album and
Oh,
our new
yeah.
shirts and everything. Like, he did just a bang
He
up
killed
job.
it, man.
Yeah, he's amazing
We
too.
are very, very pleased and
Well,
impressed.
Oh, I am digging it.
You people,
I'm
Thanks,
digging.
Smiley.
I'm digging the album. I love that. It's very themed, and
Yeah.
I'm probably I may have missed it if you hadn't given me the rundown.
Thanks, Smiley.
so what about
And
the
now I'm really looking forward to it.
okay, so what is the genesis of this album? Like, it's a concept album.
Hmm.
Like, were you guys sitting there trying to figure out what to do, and like you're like,
No, we
or
have.
is this something that's like been burning in you?
So we have a dog,
Okay.
Carrie's dog. Before I met her, that's been with us for quite a while now.
Yeah.
She's had seizures all her life,
Oh.
but they've gone away now.
Yeah.
Later in life,
she
you know,
really struggled
yeah.
with them. It's been many years though.
Anyways,
she's going strong.
anywho, we used to always talk about how the seizures were her transmitting information to Missy, who was
Oh.
That's my brother's dog.
her brother's dog,
Interesting.
that went missing. And when they lost Missy, they said like she was taken by aliens.
Yeah,
when
'cause
she
she-
never came back.
Yeah.
And so we've always kind of joked around with the like every time Charlie has a seizure, she's actually transmitting. It's a transmission to Missy, who's in space. And that just came together as a
Okay.
story, as a concept album.
For over the years. And this
Yeah.
started many years ago.
Yeah, and then we were like, we should do an album and the story about Charlie sending all these messages to Missy.
Okay.
And basically, the 9 tracks are 9 kind of just world.
Charlie's kind
How
of
would you call them? Like, she's reporting. How
Yeah.
Oh.
she's like the newscaster of our world.
Okay.
And so it's stuff about some of it's political, some of it's social media driven, some of it's but it's kind of stories about what's going on in the world right now.
it's much about the state of our world and our personal existence and experience and
Yeah.
through the
Yeah,
eyes
and
of
kind of
of-
our opinion
of
of
a
what's
very
going
dear
on
dog.
and just through the eyes of Charlie, and
Well,
she's sending the messages.
Maria Pearson says Charlie says this is all true, by the way, right from the source.
Maria Pearson is correct,
Oh, all right.
as is Charlie.
As is Charlie.
Yeah, she's got the news, guys.
I
Go see
am,
Charlie.
I am loving everything about this album. Actually, like I just took the CD.
He hasn't
out,
even listened to it
and
yet.
there's
So if people come on Friday, are you guys going to do the album in its entirety?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes, we will.
we'll do that, and then we'll do
some other sprinkles,
and
I
then we'll
think.
do some favorites after
Then
that.
you'll play the fucking hits, or
And
I'll
then we'll
leave,
play-
or I'll leave.
Then
We'll play the hits for you, Chris.
Yeah, after that,
I'll be
Do
we'll-
we have hits? I
I'll
don't
be,
know.
I'll be like, is this just the new album? What the fuck?
no. Once we're done with it, we will do Yellow, Wonderwall, Creep, yeah, all of that, all of the.
We're here for it, Chris.
Look
You
at
let
this
us know.
photograph.
Look at this.
Oh, what a song! What a song!
Is they just gonna play the new album? What the fuck? No, I'm just kidding. You'll hear that from the first booth in the front.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
are you gonna get a different wig for that one? Go incognito.
I don't know what you're talking about. Smart.
Wig? What's wig?
See, I only know that because I've worn that one before.
He has. I'm Kellering right now.
Oh,
Leave me alone.
I mean you couldn't
Leave me
do
alone,
better
my
with that
God.
wig, Chris. Like
It actually.
I've
like,
actually felt weird at
it
different
looked
points. Like,
so
oh
good
my
on you.
gosh. It looks just like him.
really good on you.
I will shut down knockouts.
You sound just like him.
This show
Got
is
it down.
this show is so like inside. Like there's people in like Dublin that are like, who is Kella? You know, like
here,
I don't
buddy.
know their voice.
Brody, come here.
Brody, go say hi.
Brody, please.
It's okay, Brody.
Yeah.
I know we're messing with your.
Where are we big right
Routine.
now? Like we're big in Virginia right now. So,
Really?
Yeah.
I thought we were. I thought
California, California, and
California
Virginia.
and
now.
Virginia.
Not New Mexico anymore.
What happened to Georgia? I thought we were big in Georgia.
We
for a
were.
while.
We were. Now it's Virginia and California.
Huh.
I don't know. And I have a feeling if I ever go to England, I'll be murdered right away. Immediately.
No, I believe they'll probably just indoctrinate you into their culture. They'll be like, no, you get some things right here, mate.
They're like, we know
For one thing, your accent is wrong.
It's all,
We
it's
know
all,
Craig.
it's all wrong. Well, Birmingham doesn't sound like that. Yeah, because I do a Craig accent that's completely wrong, and
It's
makes
so
it
bad.
makes Smiley cringe.
Cringe.
So I do it on purpose now to make Smiley cringe. But but we do have fans in England as well. It's fun,
Hopefully,
and they'll be able to get the Talking Hours
our
album on like I'm sure what CD Baby or you can go on Spotify probably, right?
You can stream it on whatever you stream
Yeah.
on. It's on all the streaming services, and then it'll be for the physical will be for sale at shows or
And people can order it.
talkinghours.com.
People order vinyl, man.
Yeah.
Do
People
it.
order
Do it.
and they order vinyl.
But
It's funny because
More people should though.
it's funny because we'll order vinyl, and then we have a collection of boxes in the
Yeah.
garage that our vinyl we ordered was shipped in.
Oh.
Because it's like, oh, our album's coming later this year, and we're gonna need boxes to ship this stuff in, and the boxes are not cheap.
We hope we need boxes to ship it in.
Oh.
It's the hope, really.
So we have hoarded vinyl boxes.
Interesting.
I even take them from Marty when he gets, Marty's always getting vinyl. I was like, give me.
Oh, are you talking about Marty Crandall that's featured on your album, on the
is.
new album?
The Marty Crandall.
One of the shins
the-
is on your album.
the
Wow.
Marty? I had to ask him permission, and he was like, sure.
So I have a funny story about him and you.
I'm so excited. I'm like delighted for the story. I'm ready.
It's so funny, and this is such a you and Marty story, and then of course me as well. So I'm like, I can't even remember how it came about, but I think it was because we were going to do our show at a musical round,
Yeah.
and I was like, I was like, yeah, we're going to be there. I was like, are you going to be able to hang out, or is your boss going to be a fucking asshole? and he was like, he kind of played along for a second, and then he's like, I don't know. I feel really weird about talking about Mo like that because he's such a great guy. It just makes me
Marty's
feel-
so nice.
It makes me feel really weird.
Why
just
is Marty so nice?
saying things about him because he's such a great dude. And it made me laugh because I was like, but that's the funny part of it because, like, Mo's your boss, but, and you got to talk about your boss, like, what a dick. He's such a dick. You won't let me have off. But then you meet Mo, and Mo is like the nicest guy that probably one of the nicest people I've ever met. Carrie's next in line for nicest.
Yeah, I'd say second.
Second.
Definitely.
I'm kidding.
I will humbly accept that position. Thank you.
But we had a really great time doing that show there.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
But then we really enjoyed because we were like the only ones who got to drink.
And I was like, can we drink? I was like, I don't know. Let me go check. I don't own this place.
And then like the owner was like, they can, but no one else can.
yeah.
I thought that was hilarious.
But
we're just in the middle of the store. Okay.
We did. One of the bands brought Malort. It was one of Michael Wheatlaw's band,
Music
Oh,
is the
music
enemy.
is the
Yeah.
enemy. Yeah. Yeah.
and maybe one of your employees might have done a shot.
And it wasn't me. If my boss is listening, it was not me.
It was not Mo. Not going to say who it was, but
Never.
somebody did. But
Never.
anyway, that was a good time, though. I had a good time. Thank you for the green room. Thank you for the craft services.
Oh yeah,
That was awesome.
fun. That was a fun
like,
time.
That was really neat.
Oh, and the
Yeah.
great food, and thank you for the food truck. Like that was
Oh,
the best.
Oh, that truck rules, right?
She is so amazing.
Yeah.
She was,
And
amazing,
she knows I have a special order with her because like I'm like I can eat some hot food, but I need
Yeah.
the little bit below what you're gonna give the regular person because Jesus Christ, it's hot.
yeah. If it wouldn't have been for you, I would have never tracked her down. Like
She's
that's awesome.
great, yeah.
like,
And she's the former yellow. Like it's so funny. Like people are like, I'll tell them go to the green truck downtown, and they're like, and I'll be all. She used to have the yellow truck, and
The
they'll
yellow
go,
truck.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the yellow truck.
Because the yellow truck was the like everyone knew it. And,
many nights did
and then
we
it got
spend.
it got
Yeah.
T-boned on Cole and Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was like there was the fake yellow truck too.
Yeah.
You're like,
yeah.
Oh no, did you go to the real yellow truck?
Yeah.
Ah man.
She's a big metal fan too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And she's a sweetheart. I don't know if it was her and her daughter, but they're
Mhm.
both awesome.
oh, amazing.
It is. It
Yeah.
was. It was.
And they were the kindest people. And their food,
Kira, yeah.
my God,
She's from Juarez.
the food
And
is so good.
she's a metal fan, but she's like a hair metal fan.
Oh, yes.
So if it's like Motley Crue at Isleta, she's there.
All right.
Yeah.
Right on.
It's funny because like there's my friend Tammy
Oh, yeah.
is a big metal like
Skid Row, baby.
Oh,
And so
yeah.
I told her, I was like, you got to go to the Rat House downtown, the thrift store.
Yeah.
There's a Warrant cherry pie T-shirt down there. She's like, you didn't buy it for me? I was like, well, I wasn't sure it would fit you, but she's like, I gotta go.
Last time when we saw Skid Row, was it at Isleta?
Oh yeah.
And Tammy and Julie were there.
Oh yeah,
Probably.
Is that a casino?
And
Yes.
when you see Tammy at
Yeah.
a Skid Row show,
She's crazy.
it's like
It's
it's
delightful.
like a 12-year-old super fan.
Yeah.
With
It's
the
awesome.
eyes this big. So I mean it's like
That's first
Tammy's ready, man.
that's first concert I ever saw.
it's like so amazing.
Ever?
She is so
That's
I was in
awesome.
seventh.
so ready.
I was in the 7th grade, and they opened for Bon Jovi in Lubbock, Texas.
I saw that
Dang,
show.
Chris.
And
That's awesome.
my sister wanted to go, and my mom and dad were like, "Well, do you want to go?" And I was like, "Yes,"
Yeah.
because I was in the 7th grade, and I was like, ready to go. And I had a friend that got to go to all the concerts, and so we were going, and my sister's like, "If someone passes you a joint, just pass it on." But Skid Row, it was the first. They were the opener.
Yeah, I saw that
Yeah.
tour. That was the Bon
Yeah.
Jovi New Jersey tour.
Yeah.
With Skid Row opening. That was a great
Yeah,
tour.
it's kind of a legendary tour, actually.
Yeah, I was a kid. and
There's
I was
so
like,
many people
wow.
that are like, I saw that tour.
Yeah.
They must have played everywhere. Did they have where did you see them?
And did they have that rail that went
Yes,
around?
the scaffold that came
yeah,
down, and
and
they ran
Ricky
around on it.
Sambora would get up.
Yes.
The guitar player would get
Yes.
up there and go around, and John Bon Jovi.
Yep.
And we were upper prom, because we can afford good
Right.
tickets, and so it was cool that they were up there,
Right.
Also,
Yeah.
in front playing, and it was
The-
made me a Bon Jovi fan. I was not a Bon
Yeah.
Jovi fan until I saw him live.
Well, I mean, and they're one of those bands that if you think about it, when I was a kid, I was like, oh, these guys are the it band now, and they're probably not going to do much. They've had a lot of hits.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
oh yeah,
Because I watched the thing the other day. I like to watch where the famous a famous musician will prank people by dressing up and go on and do karaoke or whatever, and as themselves.
Yeah.
And I watched his, and he's people kept singing all their karaoke hits,
yeah.
And I would assume if you're a musician, you want your songs to be the karaoke hits, right? At some point.
Yeah.
And he had so many,
yeah.
it's my life, all that
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
and Wanted Dead or Alive, and
And
yeah.
spanning several decades.
yeah. And I just remember as a kid too, I was like, I like that Fight for Your Right to Party song, but I think these Beastie Boys are a one-hit wonder. I remember thinking that. I was like, yeah, this is probably all they'll ever do. And then they're one of my favorite bands of all time.
Oh, yeah. I was blasting it at
Just
work the other day.
Fucking hit after hit after hit after hit,
Yeah.
One of the best music documentaries I've ever seen. I cried so many times during that music documentary. And I've had friends that are like, yeah, but they were kind of misogynist. I'm like, you need to watch the documentary. They were, because they were young, 20-year-old dumb shits. And then they learned from it, and they felt so awful. And so do you know they had a drummer? They had a female drummer.
I did not know that.
Yeah. And because they had a punk band, they had a female drummer.
Oh, that's right. Because what's his
And-
name? Went on and married
Yeah.
Hannah from Bikini Kills.
Yep. And they started hanging, and so then they started doing rap, and she was still in the band, and they started hanging out with Rick Rubin and the other guy from Def Jam, and they all started broing out, and she kind of felt awkward and left, and they were like, it's fun, and then they did that whole Fight for Your Right to Party, and then they hated it after the tour, and they came back, and when they kind of grew as musicians, they got famous. She started a band, and they always felt bad about it. So when they got their record label, her band was the first one they signed, which was Luscious Jackson. And they signed them and put them out, and they toured with them. And I was
hell
like,
yeah.
"Oh, that's so cool."
I remember
And
Luscious Jackson.
yeah, yeah. If you watch the documentary, it's fantastic. It's so good, and it's them doing. It's on Apple TV, and it's the two guys. And what they did is they did this stage show around the country, and Spike Jonze was the director of it.
Okay.
And they toured around and did this big stage show, and it was like them showing the history of their band and why everything came about. And so the documentary is one of those filmed. And so it's like I've never seen anything like it. It's a stage show that you watch.
And they're hilarious.
Yeah, and they're hilarious.
They're hilarious on
And-
stage. It's just them two up there.
Yeah, yeah.
Pointing out like projections and stuff.
Or telling a story, and then they
Yeah.
project the thing behind it. But like they tell the story of like how they had started to do rap and they were getting traction, and like MCA, he was like a apartment manager, and he's like, "You guys should come over. I've got some things to show you." And they walk in, and he has a reel to reel, and he has it's sitting on a table, and he has the like, you know, he had like a table in his apartment with the chairs. So he put the reel to reel on the table, and he pulled the chairs away, and he ran the tape around all three of the chairs and back around, so that when he played it, it slowed down this beat that he had made. And as soon as they bring it out, they bring it out on stage like a replica of it. And as soon as they play it, it's one of the songs off the first record. It's literally the backtrack. And he was like sitting in an apartment in New York, and he came up with that.
Oh wow.
And I was like, what the fuck, dude? And that's like, you're just like, holy shit. Well, then when they did Paul's Boutique, like when you open the vinyl, it's that whole like street scene.
Okay.
MCA, the other two guys like showed up one day, and he's like, yeah, we're gonna take some pictures for the band. And they showed up today, and they're like, he had this camera that we had no idea why he had it, and he took that picture. He took that picture. He had the idea in his head, and he was like, this is what I want the middle of the album to look like. Click, and like takes that picture of the street scene, and then the picture of Paul's Boutique for the album cover. And I'm like, holy shit, man! Like, what a amazing like 19-year-old kid or 20-year-old kid to think like this, you know?
So what is the Beastie Boys album
With the best,
for you?
best one?
You, your opinion.
Fuck. Jesus, I don't know. I don't know if there is one. I mean, Paul's Boutique, I think. And it was the one that like,
You
no,
have to
fuck.
pick a best. That's a hard man.
Fuck, man, that is yeah. I mean, License to Ill is amazing, but fuck. It has to be Paul's Boutique, I think.
I mean, it's not just that's the given, right?
Yeah.
If you know which Beastie Boys album is the best one.
Fuck.
Everyone does.
And
It's
well, I
Paul's
remember.
Boutique.
Well, then when they went like, then when they came out with fuck, what's the one they came out with in the late '90s? With Intergalactic. God damn, that album was so goddamn amazing too. And then I have on vinyl. I have License to Ill. I have Paul's Boutique. I have To the Five Boroughs. I think all those albums are, dude. Vinyl is such a great fucking thing. Oh, I'm gonna listen to that shit tonight now. God dang it, I love music. Music
It's
is
ready.
music is the shit. You know,
It's the shit,
Oh,
Chris.
it's the shit.
It's
Like
everything.
what? Can you imagine? Like what would we do without music?
Die.
Yeah, it'd be rough.
I would have.
You know what?
absolutely
You know what?
no
We would murder each other way
life.
more.
Yeah, right?
I think so. More violence. There'd be a lot more violence.
I mean, think about the impact that music has in the ways that you don't even like consider.
Oh yeah, and what it gets you through in life. Just
oh,
like
what it
points
gets
of
you
your
through
life.
in life.
What it gets you through in life.
Like
is
when you
crazy.
when you have a death, when you have
a breakup,
a relationship ending, which can be kind of like a
yeah,
death.
a bullying in school, like anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think positive things too.
No,
though.
I'm
like
about
you
to
get
say,
excited, like
when-
you want to celebrate, like
right.
let's
A celebration.
jam,
Yeah, yeah.
A celebration.
right?
You know. You know, you throw the Chapel Roan on, HOTTOGO, right, right.
100%.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I showed my coworkers that, and they were like, "So what is this? I was like, it's what your kids are all listening to. And they're like, I don't know. This is big. And I'm like, yeah, it's like the biggest thing right now.
I was right. It's Hello Nasty was the one.
Hello, Nasty.
Hello, nasty.
I just didn't want to say it
Yeah.
because I was like, wasn't sure. I'm like, hold on. Let
That
me
was a
check.
big fucking record, man.
Let me
That's
check.
good.
They're all in like the sardine can.
God
that was
dang,
Hello
man.
Nasty, right?
Did you ever? Okay, they did this thing. What I love is like when people, like put themselves out there on a cliff and just say, you know what, fuck this, we're doing this. So they did a thing like where they did the Fight for Your Right to Party revisited, and they put out like a 30-minute video, and it's like Seth Rogen, God dang it, Frodo from Lord of the Rings,
Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood, and Danny McBride as them. Have you never seen this music video?
I have not.
It's like
seen this.
30 minutes long, and it's called Five Year Party, and it's them as the Beastie Boys traveling around, and like it starts like at the end of Fight for Your Right to Party. They like are on all fours and they sneak out the door. This video starts. This video starts as they get out the door, and it's like the aftermath of it.
Wow.
And it's like 30 minutes long, and it's amazing.
Oh,
and there
wow.
are so many cameos in it.
YouTube, maybe.
It's on YouTube.
okay. Yeah, I gotta check that.
Yeah.
out.
And it's I love when people just are like, fuck it, we're gonna do some fun shit, and we're gonna bring in the Beastie Boys are so big that they were like, hey, will you guys be in this? And people are like, fuck yes, I'll be in this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's some cool shit. You guys should do some music video stuff, and let all of us be in it.
Oh yes, you should definitely. I love being in music videos. Should
Okay,
hire me.
so
Okay. Duly noted.
so we're
Simon.
actually doing a video next
Okay.
month with
That's
Chris
helpful
Walsh.
to know.
Oh, that guy, I've heard of him.
But
kidding. Yeah.
what if after that,
Yeah.
these two were the talking hours in the next video?
Oh,
Fuck,
please.
let's do it. I'm in.
Do you know why we
All
never
right.
do music videos?
Why?
Because we don't
hate
want to
being
be in
'em.
them.
We'll
So
do it. Done.
yeah, you guys are
Done.
game.
Would you
Yes.
guys do it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
awesome.
God, let's
Yes.
do it.
Okay, this
And who
became
would be
so
who?
much more.
I don't know.
Who would be who?
I don't know.
I have the longer hair,
Okay.
Yeah.
but you never know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think that kind of So he's gonna be Carrie. I'll be Mo.
You
Okay.
guys both have beards. I mean, it kind of seems to line up.
Yeah, it kind of lines up right. That's
I
fair.
love this a lot.
Would
That's
y'all
fair.
really be down to do
Oh
that?
fuck yeah, we would.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that would be so
yeah,
fun.
we're all about this.
Oh, I'm so excited. This
yeah.
should change the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All
I'm
right.
in. I'm in.
I'm totally
Yes, I'm totally in.
Hell yeah. This
Rad.
is gonna be fun. Yeah, this is
I'm
gonna
in.
be cool.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm excited.
Yeah, that'll
No,
be cool.
let's plan it right now.
in. I can
Okay.
lip sync with the best of them. Come on.
Yeah. Well, and then the funny part too is like if you lip sync well and then all of a sudden not, like, what the hell? Yes.
Oh, we totally have to do this.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
All right.
We got this.
I'm
We're on
in.
it. We're on it. And maybe we'll be the directors in,
Yes.
in the video.
Perfect.
We'll be like,
No. Here's the thing. Like, I mean, I'm just spitballing. You film it like it's at Launchpad, and then
Yeah.
like you're us, and like you're sitting in that first booth, and you
Yeah.
just keep looking back at that, like the band playing, and it's like us on stage.
but can I ask one question?
Yes.
Do I get to wear white glasses?
Yes.
Oh God, thank you.
Yes. I have a
Thank
funny
you.
story. I have a funny story about the white glasses this weekend.
Thank you.
And this is gonna out some things. So I lost the white glasses Friday night. The first hour I was at Blossoms and Bones, because I have sunglasses that are prescription, so I switch them out, off. So we have the sunglasses off because it's like the red light cameras were playing. It's fucking super light outside. We go to walk back to camp. I reach down and my glasses are gone.
Oh,
Gone.
gone.
Like, fuck. So I backtrack. Nope. Walk over to the Lost and Found. I asked the people, I'm like, do you guys find a pair of white glasses? And I pointed like sunglasses, they're white frame like this. No. They look in the thing. No. Okay. An hour later, I come back. Hey, just gonna see if you found them. The lady goes, we haven't found the white glasses. and I'm like, I've asked you twice, an hour apart. It wasn't like I've been here fucking 27 times. Never found them. Damn. I had to wear my sunglasses
Oh,
up until the light came. The sun went down, and then I wore them for a while, and then like I would take them off when we got close to the stage. But like if I needed to see, I would just put my sunglasses back on. Went the whole night without them.
Wow.
Never found them.
Wow. Somebody out there.
Now you're asking like, how are you wearing these? I have multiple pair of white glasses.
The backup pair.
Yeah.
I have another pair of these.
Yeah. I know you do. Motherfucker.
As one must.
He wears those to make fun of me.
No, there's actually I have a different pair of
I know,
glasses
yeah.
to make fun of you.
So these are the backup ones, but I've ordered. And everyone's like, "Oh wow, you have more than one pair." This is the one I lost Friday was like literally generation 4 of the white glasses. So yeah.
Yeah. Do you think this is
That's a lot
my
of
first white
losses.
belt?
Yeah. Well, they get scratched
No.
out. They don't cost a lot. So you wear glasses. You wear glasses. They're not expensive anymore.
No,
No.
that's true.
They're not. Like unless I guess if you have a certain prescription, they can be.
No,
But,
it's expensive to get your prescription, but once you get it, it's
Not at all.
It's pretty easy.
I go to the place and it's like $50.
Well, I have a weird prescription,
Oh, okay.
but once you get the prescription,
Yeah.
you just order it.
Because these are like $17 on the site I ordered them from.
Oh, wow.
So like, fuck it, I lost them. That was $17.
What site do you order them from?
Zenny
Chris?
Optical.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, they're not expensive.
No, Zenny's
Like,
awesome.
like I turned down the insurance at work. Like they're like, "Do you want to pay for eye insurance?" No.
Dental and vision. Yeah.
Yeah, I do dental. I do dental. I
Yeah.
don't do.
Oh, yeah.
But like eye, I'm like, what? Why would I pay for that now? I'm trying to figure out like, so they can take your lens out of your eye now, and give you an artificial one
Oh, wow.
very easily. It's not an invasive. It's not a crazy surgery.
That seems like a lot. I don't know.
Permanent, or does it go away like laser?
It does not go away like laser.
Okay, so permanent.
It's a plastic lens,
Okay.
and it's a 2-day recovery. That's why I don't understand why they're doing laser still, and not that.
Yeah.
So I have a friend. She's younger than me. She got not is it glaucoma? No. What's the one where your eye it starts fogging up? Your lens starts fogging up.
Yeah, where you get the.
Um,
Oh, I know what you're talking
yeah.
about.
She got that in both eyes, and wore glasses, thick ass glasses. And they were like, "Oh wow, well we're gonna have to go in," and they cut the side of your eye, and they just take it out. Like they literally take like pliers and or tweezers and pull it out, and then they put the new lens in, and then kind of like seal it up. And cataracts.
Cataracts, thank you.
See, I love the chat. Cataracts.
Thanks, Maria.
And they put a new
Thank you.
they
There
put
we
a new
go.
lens in, and
Thank you, Maria.
now she doesn't have to have glasses at all because she has 20/20 vision, and she has artificial lenses in her eyes. And I'm like, well,
Wow.
if I'm going to pay that much money to have laser done, I would just fucking put some fucking artificial ones in.
The
Yeah.
bionic
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So I just got to give a quick shout out. This Maria's our daughter. That's Maria. She's coming in strong.
It's
Appreciate that.
You have a daughter?
Thanks with the cataracts.
2. Yes.
I
Yes.
didn't know this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you take them to music festivals when they were toddlers?
I think Maria's first show was Maria's
what we're
first
gonna
show.
do.
Maria's first show, correct me if I'm wrong, was Megadeth and Motorhead.
Yeah. No, that's
Oh.
correct. That is correct.
Does she go, "Don't call me daughter, not bit you"?
And Vin's first show, that's
Uh-huh.
a tough one.
I didn't know you had kids.
That would have been.
She said Megadeth and Motorhead.
yeah,
Yeah,
Megadeth
confirmed.
and Motorhead.
Nice. I had
There we
no
go.
idea you had
At
kids.
the very end of the show, we finally learned something.
How old are your kids? How old are your kids?
Well, they're from a previous marriage.
All right.
26 and 21.
26 and 21.
What?
Yeah.
Do they go to your shows?
Adult kids.
Oh, okay.
Or do they not live here?
No, they're both here, and they
yeah,
do.
They live here. They go to shows.
All
Yes.
right.
They.
Yeah, I think.
The one that just turned 21 just started going to shows.
They go to the shows
sense.
and you guys are playing and they're like, "Oh my god." My parents they're like,
Your
they're like,
music
"Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed right now." I'm
Get me
so
out.
embarrassed.
I'll drive myself, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll meet
Are
you
they
there.
are they into the same kind of music you guys are into, or they have a whole different taste?
No, the youngest
some,
one
yes.
is so into metal,
Oh,
she's a
okay.
metalhead.
That's cool.
super metalhead, and then Maria's very. What would you say? I guess we share some interests like Bowie and Nine Inch
All right.
Nails
No,
and stuff
definitely.
like that, but very
But there's not some stuff they
Maria's
listen
very
to, and you're
open.
like, what the hell?
maybe
No.
Maria. Maybe Maria.
She's all, the new T Swift album is all that dad.
No.
They definitely do not like anything
No, Maria
mainstream.
gets into some
Wow,
deep
all right.
cuts.
It's
awesome.
like, so Maria's into
awesome.
some very deep,
She's all, Ghost is where it's at, dad.
very electronic.
Oh.
Maria, who was that? Oh man, remember that like noise band we listened to on the way back, on the drive back from? I think that was a drive back from Las Vegas, maybe
Noise
What, noise
band?
band?
a few years back. It was gosh, who was it? It was like in the realm of Death Grips, but not quite. Maybe
It was a
she'll answer
noise
this.
band not from Albuquerque?
Oh, definitely not.
She says
there it is.
the body.
Yeah, the body.
Does
Oh
she-
shit!
So the stuff she listens to, I've never heard of.
So she
Like-
listens to noise, huh?
Well, all kinds of stuff,
I'm
and like
so happy someone
She
else
was
does.
recently into she was on a Stealing Dan kick.
And Ven made me turn it off because it scared her.
Yeah, no, that's accurate.
Well, so that's what's
Ven was
funny
not a fan.
is like there was noise. When the noise scene was at its peak, I think
Yeah,
it was like Albuquerque and,
And
and
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, and like I remember
what's the
AGL
super
and-
famous noise artist from Albuquerque?
Raven
Raven.
Chacon.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
So I
AGL
remember-
and Raven would do that.
So
They'd
I
go out
remember.
Brooklyn.
So I remember like Billy and I don't know if Smiles was. We went downtown because they had shut off downtown, and Raven was doing a set out on the street because there was like all these different like vendors and all that.
Downtown
and,
Summerfest.
and they had hired him, and the police came over and tried to arrest him,
hired by the city for Summerfest.
and he's over there like
Yeah.
playing, doing the noise stuff, and they try to arrest him, right?
Oh, you got to stop that.
And they're like, you got to stop doing that. So then, like 2 weeks later, he was booked at Blackbird, and it was a Sunday night. So we go see him again on Sunday night, and he's like doing a set, and the cops show up, try to arrest him again, and then it makes me laugh because he won the Pulitzer Prize for music. And then you see him getting the key to the city
Yeah.
from the mayor. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, from the same fucking city that tried to arrest you.
Yeah.
And I brought this up to him and he laughed. He thought it was funny as shit.
Oh, he thought it was funny at the time.
Yeah.
It was like
yeah.
it's like me and like two other people just in the middle of Central watching him like just
Yeah.
make a bunch of
I
noise.
saw
We're all,
him,
"It's awesome."
he-
oh,
when
the
they-
cops are coming. Weird because they're supposed to keep people from talking to him
Right.
because he's performing right
Right.
now.
And
He's
the
being
cops
paid
literally
by
were
the
trying to
city.
shut down his noise, like, the set. And then I remember him doing, there was the Marigold Parade, the Dia de los Muertos Parade, and they had him on the back of a trailer and he was doing noise. And now he's like, super famous. He's like Methy Obama and he's like a composer. And he's going to do this thing. He told me,
I have a magazine with his face on the front.
yeah, it's so weird. And I was talking to him last time he was in town, and he's gonna do this thing where it's like based off of like the Balloon Fiesta, where he's gonna have like different artists, like 18 different artists playing all over the city, all at the same time.
Oh wow,
Something. And I was like, "Will you come on the show?" And he was like, "Yeah, let's do it."
how cool is that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, like it was him. Who were the big noise people? It was him, Morrow.
AGL was huge.
Yeah, I remember seeing Morrow cook
Raven.
an egg with a microphone or something or a speaker.
Ah,
She cooked an egg on stage at Launchpad.
That's
Oh, wow.
right.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. And then there was the Gatas y Vatas festival that used to happen. It was like all female, and there was so much different noise artists doing
Animal.
that. Animal.
yeah. Mara
Yeah.
would always come into music go around and start
yeah.
messing with like little synth boxes and stuff.
Oh, I
and
believe
just,
it.
Like she'd be in there and she'd be just like messing with it. And she's like,
Ah.
"Oh yeah, I need this one. I need this one." doing all that
Jeez,
stuff.
I
yeah.
love Morrow. She's
Yeah.
such a great human being.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
All right. Well, this won't be the last time you guys are on because you guys are some of my favorite people now. So you
thank
know that
Chris.
you have carte blanche, right? Like if you guys have something and you need to talk about it, you hit me up and we set it up, right?
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Well,
having
don't-
us.
Come on. You
No,
guys are some of
man.
my
Thank you
favorite
for
people.
having us.
You're some of
Both
my
ways.
favorite people on the planet.
Thank you.
I love you, and
Love you too,
and if
Chris.
you want to know if we want to do the thing, I'm going to answer for Smiley. Yes, we will do it.
Yeah,
Oh,
100%.
I
Totally down
can't
for
wait.
that.
We're gonna have to get you some cool sunglasses if you're gonna be smiley, babe.
Yeah,
I have another pair.
I know those are sick.
yeah,
Yeah.
He has to wear them. They're for his migraines.
Yeah, I have to have
Yeah.
them in the studio, otherwise I'll get migraines
Yeah.
from
With the
all
lights,
light.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he did wear
they're
some.
awesome.
He does have fake glasses as well to make fun of me.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, but
I
it's
was all, look at you guys. You need these to see.
stupid. Such an asshole.
Respect, Smiley, respects.
But Friday night, what times? Do you know what time it starts?
It starts
Doors,
at 7,
probably
music
music
at 8.
What is the cost to get in?
$10.
10. Oh Jesus! I'm just kidding.
Ignore the flyer. I put 15 and I didn't feel like
No,
fixing it.
no.
Oh, whoops.
Pay 15.
$10 to get in.
All right, and that's nothing. To see the caliber of bands you're going to see, $10.
$10. 4 bands.
Friday night, Launchpad.
How much are the albums going to be?
25.
What for a vinyl?
Yeah.
That's
That's a good
nothing.
deal.
Yeah, 25.
No.
That's a
Nothing.
really good deal.
$25.
I'm stoked. I am stoked to go. That I have that. Yeah, I'll be there. 100%.
Awesome. Thank you.
Uh,
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I'll be there. I will try to get everyone to go that I know. You think Marty Crandall will be there?
Marty is in Spain.
That's right. I forgot they were leaving.
Yeah. He was even like, I'm so sorry. Because I was like, do you
Yeah.
want to play on that song?
Oh yeah.
And the funny thing
No,
is,
I'll do it, man. Don't worry. I'm just kidding.
and that song came about. The funny thing about
Chris, you
that
can do
song
it.
came about
You wanna do it?
is that
Let's do
I
it.
was at work testing a little recorder.
Yeah.
And I was like, Marty, can you record something into this for
Yeah.
me? I was trying to test this recorder. And he played this thing. I took it home. Months later, I just still had the recording.
Yeah.
And I opened it up and I was like, oh my God, Marty, that's like really cool what you were playing. I was like, do you mind if I turn that into a loop? Like, you know,
Yeah.
even it out to where it's an even 4 measures.
Yeah. He's a talented son of a bitch, isn't he?
Yeah, or actually like 8 measures. It's a longer part. And it became the loop that runs
Through the whole
behind the whole song.
Wow.
So we built a song around this loop. I was like, is that cool with you? He's like, yeah.
song. Just how it
You guys
is. In
are good
his
fuck,
downtime. In his downtime from Marty Crandall. No big deal.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Don't you love that kind of shit when people do that? They're like, oh, yeah,
Yes.
let me do this real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Multi-platinum or platinum selling artist. Yeah, all right. He's like, yeah, go ahead.
He's like, yeah.
That's cool. No big deal.
Until you make it famous, then he's like, I want my cut of it. No, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't. He's like you
No,
guys.
he's credited.
He's such a nice guy.
Yeah, Marty's the best.
He's such a nice guy. But that's great. What recorder was it?
It was a little Zoom recorder.
Thank
like
God.
A little
Nice.
Zoom,
Thank God for that.
digital recorder
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
My friend is one of their spokespeople.
Right?
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's
For Zoom.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ming Chen. Yeah.
Really?
That's how I got this one right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
love Zoom. They're
Dude,
R16.
I have the L8 right here.
Yeah, we used to have an R16.
I had a
Zoom that
I have a
was
P
just
I have a P4.
like- okay.
I have this L8 and then I had an H6 and I sold that one
Okay.
for like 100, like literally I undersold it. I sold
Oh,
it for
those
100
little
bucks.
handy recorders. Yeah, those. Are
No,
great.
the H6 is the big one.
Oh, the big one. Okay.
That had the attachments on it.
and you could put mics into it.
yeah,
Yeah.
you could put 4 XLRs.
Okay.
Then I had the attachment. You could put 2 more XLRs, so you could put 6.
Wow.
And it was just we used to use it for this.
Yeah.
And this L8 is such a fucking amazing
And it doesn't
piece of
break the
equipment.
bank.
Dude. And this will run off regular. It runs off. You plug it in,
Yeah.
or it'll run off AA batteries.
Yes.
Or you can plug the battery pack that you charge your phone up into it,
Right
and
into
it'll
it.
run.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And that's
yeah.
we used the P4, I think, to do. No, we didn't. But I have a P4. I'll show it to you when we get inside. The P4 was the dumbest thing they could have ever made
Is it? Well, okay.
because that's all you need.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I
no,
was
it's the
like,
one we used at the fair, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, you should not have. And it's the size of your hand.
Yeah.
It fits in your pocket.
So Zoom, you need to sponsor the Talking Hours and 10 Drink Minimum.
Yep. I mean, my friend Ming he's
Like,
on,
let's
if you go on their website,
Yeah.
he's on their website.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And they just sent him everything that
Yeah.
comes out. He has the microphone now. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
It's this microphone and it has the recording chip built into it.
Oh nice.
And it has this, it looks like a normal microphone, a little bit thicker than a normal microphone.
Mm-hmm.
And he can just sit there and record people. And then like you can attach it, like you can, I think Bluetooth it to your computer.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like,
No, that's awesome.
dude, and they used to be such a crap. They were like crap. stuff.
Zoom when it
Yeah,
came out.
yeah.
Oh yeah, but now they're like amazing.
If you
Yeah.
podcast, there's no like,
Yeah.
you should have,
Yeah.
you should own that shit.
Yeah.
That's what I have right here, and
Yeah.
it like remembers your levels. It's so great.
Oh yeah,
But
even in the live recording area,
Yeah.
like bands and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
Zoom makes just some killer.
I got Billy to buy one of their pedals.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know how good it is. I showed it to him, and he was like, "Fuck yeah!" And like, it's a guitar pedal that's all digital.
Mm-hmm.
It has the like
little. Yeah.
flexible pedal on it,
Yeah.
but it like you can download different
Yeah.
Ped-
little pedal boxes.
pedal
into it.
boxes
Yeah.
into it.
Stomp boxes.
Yeah. And then it's like you can sit there and change and have different pedals
Yeah.
all on this like little like
In fact,
digital
I
board.
think it's called
That's
the H
cool.
Stomp or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
And he
yeah.
loves it. He loves it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, of course, purists are like, you know, the Dave Jordans of the world. I'm just kidding.
I'll build one. Bad term.
Yeah, I'll just build one.
Isn't that amazing how Dave Jordan is like this pedal guy now?
It's awesome.
Dave Jordan's a
I
badass.
kind of
awesome.
I kind of love it. Like
Yeah.
the non-human audio. Go check it out. And like he like all the reviewers on YouTube are like, I got the new Dave Jordan, and it's like. I've been in the room he builds those in. It's kind
Yeah.
of weird. It's
Yeah.
like odd.
Yeah.
I love when our friends are successful like that.
Yeah.
Like you guys. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
seeing you guys successful. So
Thank you.
I'm excited to see
Thanks,
this
Chris.
music video that
Both
Chris
ways.
Walsh does for you guys. I'm excited to see you guys on Friday. I'm excited to listen to this vinyl. I'm just excited. I'm excited that you guys are here. I love
It's
it.
gotta be
Thank
here,
you guys.
Chris.
Thanks for
So,
having us.
Yeah,
Thank
of
you,
course.
guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris.
Uh,
Thank you, Smiley.
Friday night, go check these guys out. Smiley and were you gonna be there, Smiley?
I have to work. I have to work all this month so that I can get next month off.
I got
basically.
you for the show and for the con.
And for everything, yeah.
That's all right. I'll be there. I'll represent this
That's
show. Apparently, that's fine.
You can do a couple wig changes. Maybe you could be a couple people.
Maybe I'll be a couple people.
Achievable.
I don't need the wig. I don't need it. I have hair. But I'm excited for Friday night. It's gonna be amazing. So, and then other than that, come out to the pro wrestling. Come out to if you're in Chicago and you want to hang out with us, let us know.
Yeah.
PM me on Instagram or Facebook or Threads. I don't. Those are literally the only ones that I'll respond to. I don't do anything else. But do you guys have social media you want people to add you on?
Talking Hours. The Talking Hours. Everything is The Talking Hours.
Sweet. Follow these guys.
Facebook, Instagram.
Check them out on Pandora and Spotify and iHeartRadio and
Apple. all
Apple
of that stuff.
Music. You know,
Fuck Spotify, but everything else.
yeah, it is that way, right? Fuck Spotify. You know, YouTube Music. Do they still have a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have stuff on YouTube?
Yes.
Nice.
YouTube Music, YouTube, all of that.
Do you have like video where like people can see Carrie fucking punching through a drum?
Yes, it's carrypunchesthroughdrum.com. No.
No.
No, I don't know if we do. Hey, but there's another video idea. There we go.
Josue says he used a Microsoft Zune until 2019,
Oh wow.
and it was all deep cuts. It was no hits, apparently.
I respect that.
Uh,
Those deep cuts. It's important. I think I'm getting kicked out of the studio
No.
right now for saying that.
No, that would never happen. I want to thank you guys for being on the show.
Thanks for having us,
Thank you
guys.
for being here, Smiley.
Thanks, Smiley.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Chris.
Topo Chico.
Yes, delicious, by the way.
And with that, we are 10 drink minimum.